Letco for Thursday night's live Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know by saying hi, hello, aloha, any other form of communication. You can growl, yell at us. Doesn't really matter to me, but I just like to see comments. So thanks everybody and welcome. There's REM. Hope Mark Fallon's watching. Let's go ahead and get this thing shared. What a great day. What a great day. Let's see. Let's go here. First, let's do, let's go and start getting this thing shared. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and start getting this thing shared. I'm going to go here and hit this button and get it shared in our group. So thank you and welcome. There's my hand. We are live. Let's get this shared everywhere. Boom, boom, boom. Let me copy the link. Somebody just pulled up out front. Let's see here. Let me figure out where all I posted this in the group. Well, we do put a close sign, but we do have a sign out there usually, but that doesn't deter people. Actually, they actually want to come up to the door more often when you have a sign up that says, we're currently live selling online. That encourages them even more to come look through the window, beat on the door, and scream obscenities because we're closed at 7 o'clock. I wish we were 24/7. We are. You can tune in every night here on Facebook. That's what I tell people. They're like, why do you close at 5 on a Friday? And I'm like, well, we're not. We're open all night. We'll be here till midnight if you just hop. You can shop from home. Anything you want to buy in the store, I'll sell it to you right now live on Facebook. Right, Tanner? Anything you want to buy live right now on Facebook. Except the dollar records we're going to have tomorrow. That's right. All right. So everybody's got a long weekend ahead of them. You're kicked back and ready to buy some vinyl. Finally Friday. There's a couple songs about that. I've almost got everything shared where I want to share it. Jake is here. He's ready. He's in game mode. Let's post on our story. Boy, we bought some incredible collections. We bought an incredible collection, and we're going to be buying more. The last couple, Collectco has heated up again. It don't take long. We buy, and then we sell, and then when we start buying, we are probably the most aggressive record buyers in the world. We'll show up and buy $50,000, $60,000 collections, 20,000, 30,000 records at a time. Just make sure you're ready to sell when we show up, because when we show up, we buy very strongly. Very strongly. Okay, that's going to be one of our first auctions. I need everybody to please go ahead and share. I'm probably going to go ahead and use the @everyone tagged. I hadn't used this in a while, but I'm going to hit the @everyone tag in our group and let everybody know we are live right now. So let me go over here to Whole Lot of Records. Let me actually update this post then. I'm going to update this, edit post, live now, $7, unlimited shipping. All right, I'm going to hit that, and I'm going to go ahead and tag everyone in the group so everybody knows we're live, because I've made a lot of posts today, and I don't know how well our reach is going to be, but we're going to try it. Let's see. Okay. Let's go over here. Everybody let me know where you're watching from. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. So first thing, I got a few toys. Let me show some of these first. I got a few toys here. We have Dio, Ronnie James Dio. Look, reaction figures. Check those out, $24.99. Ronnie James Dio, those are $24.99. Just got those in from one of our distributors. That's a Super 7 figure, Ronnie James Dio. Ronnie James Dio. We have Dio, and then we have Devo. Crack That Whip. There's Devo. $24.99. Devo. So we got Ronnie James Dio and we have Devo. I've also got D. Snyder. Devo, and D. Snyder. There's D. Snyder. That is $24.99 on that. Chad Williams, the feed is down. I can see comments. Can everybody hear me and see me? Can everybody hear me and see me? Sean Fairweather. That's weird. I can see comments. I'm seeing comments. I see 114 people. We don't have enough watching right now, but I don't know. Kind of weird. So $24.99 on these reaction figures. $24.99 on that. We have D. Snyder, Devo, and Dio. Back up to the top. Feed is not updating on Facebook. That's weird. Stacy wants a Devo. Okay, let me see. Let me grab my other phone. Bob says, can't see my comments. I'll jump out and let me do that right quick. Okay, let me grab my other phone. There's always something going on, isn't it, Jake? There's always something. I've told everybody before I would pay thousands of dollars for perfect internet. I would pay $1,000 a month if we were guaranteed perfect internet. Tanner says this is Facebook. I would pay Facebook $1,000 a month if they wouldn't mess up our streams. I would send Zuckerberg a check for $1,000 a month if he never would screw up my live streams. But, okay. So, all right. I don't know. That probably doesn't mean too much to him. Let's see here. Okay, so let me get back to phase one. All right. Let's see here. Let me figure out what I'm doing. Let's see. Yeah, Facebook messages are pretty much not working either. So give me a second to get all this pulled up. Okay. Let me reset this. Okay, so earlier, first thing I've shown is a couple figures. Let me do that right quick. Still trying to figure out exactly what's going on. But the first thing we had was Stacy Metternich wants a Devo figure. She commented that twice. I don't think we've had any other claims. So let me get back down to the bottom. And we have, let's see. Okay, so the first thing I showed are these figures. We have the D. Snyder figure from Super 7. Those are $24.99. We have the Devo figure, which Stacy Metternich said she'll take one for $24.99. And I have the Ronnie James Dio. So Dio, Devo, and D. Snyder, $24.99. There's a couple of things to start the show off with. I've got new vinyl, new vintage vinyl, new Japanese vinyl, new flip crates. Hope everybody's ready. I just hope that the feed stays strong. And let me go over here to the top. Okay, so I'm curious after I use the @everyone tag in the group. It's always curious to see how many people get extremely angry with that. And I have a gigantic Darth Vader helmet. If anybody wants that, it's a gigantic, well, I guess it's life size, but Darth Vader helmet. That is $149.99 if anybody wants that. $149.99 for the Darth Vader helmet. There's a couple toys and collectibles we got in. Paul Brothers wants the Devo figure. And that is, the Devo figure is Bob 1 or Bob 2. This is Mark Mothersbaugh. Mark Mothersbaugh. $24.99. Paul Brothers gets that one. If I need to get another one, then let me know because I can order more. All right, let's go ahead and just grab a crate of our newest new vinyl, which is right over here. So that was a crate of new vinyl from earlier. Here's a $14.99, $19.99 flip crate I made. Here's a $9.99 flip crate I made. And then here's some new vinyl some new restocks and stuff I've never shown before, etc., etc. Devo, Mother's Ba, thank you. Okay, so first thing I've got here, let me, did you sell the REM? We're about to put it up for auction in just a second. This is Friday or Thursday night? This is Friday night. There'll be a lot of people hop on earlier when they find out what we have for them tonight. The Cure, a night like this. The Cure is $29.99. A night like this live at the National Exhibition Center in Birmingham, United Kingdom, September 20th, 1985, FM broadcast, $29.99. Sean Fairweather wants one. Tanner, do you have the waiting list that I printed out? Is it over here? It's right here. Here's the waiting list I pulled out. Cure, not like this. We had James Bragg and Chris Kirkley on a waiting list. Sean Fairweather's already claimed one. I have two left. There's James Bragg and Chris Kirkley. Those are $29.99. I've got two left. Depeche Mode, Some Great Reward. Depeche Mode is $31.99 for Some Great Reward. Some Great Reward on Depeche Mode, $31.99 on that. $31.99 on Depeche Mode. We also have George Strait Icon, $33.99. George Strait Icon, $33.99. Also, Cynthia Herdren wants the Cure. That's sold to Cynthia Herdren. That is sold to Cynthia. We got one left. There's a George Strait Icon, also Depeche Mode. Pink, beautiful. Here's the beautiful Trauma. I got two other Pink albums in. This is Pink Trauma, Beautiful Trauma, $29.99. That's by Pink. And we have Motorhead, the Ace of Spades, $33.99. Killers Direct Hits. This is $44.99. The Killers Direct Hits, $46.99. That's a 2LP Killers Greatest Hits, Mr. Brightside, Somebody Told Me, Smile Like You Mean It, all these things I've done. That's a great Killers compilation, $46.99. And Sublime, self-titled. Sublime's first album is $39.99. These are all new and sealed, new arrivals. Pussifer, this is Conditions of My Parole. Pussifer is $39.99. Rebecca Barber wants a Killers. Let's put Chris Kirkley on a waiting list because I only have one of those. We'll sell that one to Rebecca. Chris Kirkley, you were second. I haven't had, I don't think ever, a new sealed copy of Eric Clapton Slow Hand. Eric Clapton Slow Hand is $28.99. That's new and sealed Slow Hand. Eric Clapton, $28.99. Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, original motion picture soundtrack, music and lyrics by Danny Elfman. Danny Elfman, $34.99 for The Nightmare Before Christmas. That's in stock. Jerry Stone wants to Eric Clapton, and Sean needs to put back the Cure record. He already bought one last week. Primus, Pork Soda. Pork Soda is $39.99 by Primus, and Michael Jackson Bad is $28.99. Michael Jackson Bad. The Rolling Stones, Half-Speed Master of Exile on Main Street. New and sealed Rolling Stones, $46.99. Exile on Main Street. Rodriguez, The Sugar Man, Code Fact. Code Fact. That's $36.99 for Rodriguez. So I still got two of the Cures left. That is $29.99 on those. And George Ellis wants the Rolling Stones. George Ellis gets the Rolling Stones. The Very Best of Enya. The Very Best of Enya, $39.99. And Whiskey Myers Mud is $28.99. There was a waiting list for Whiskey Myers Mud. Lillian McCurry. So Lillian, I've already got you one of those pulled. I've got two left if anybody else wants one. And Hootie and the Blowfish is in, and that is on the clear vinyl from Atlantic, $29.99. $29.99. That's Hootie and the Blowfish Cracked Rear View, $29.99. Paul Brothers wants the Enya's Greatest Hits. Let's go ahead and start getting some Japanese auctions going. Let's go ahead and start getting some Japanese auctions going. I've got a lot. I've got some really cool stuff over here. Let me grab the first couple and show you what we have. Y'all are going to like our auctions tonight. We're going to have Japanese stuff all night long. Japanese stuff all night long. First is The Beatles, Please Please Me. The Beatles, Please Please Me. This is a super clean, near mint, and pristine Japanese pressing of The Beatles. Technically, their debut album in the UK, Please Please Me. This is a Japanese pressing. UK Flag Series number 1. UK Flag Series number 1. Very clean copy. It has the obi. It has the Japanese insert. This is a $55 start for The Beatles, Please Please Me. That's our first auction of the night, so it's complete with insert. Very, very nice copy. $55 start on that. Paul Brother wants Enya. That's sold to Paul Brother. And we also have Toto, 40 Trips Around the Sun. This is Toto's Greatest Hits, $36.99. The Beatles is at $60 and now $65. Also, we have Kiss World, The Very Best of Kiss. That's a 2LP Greatest Hits of Kiss, $39.99. Metallica, Don't Tread On Else Matters, the Sebastian remix, $21.99. And we have the Avett Brothers, Introduce Emotionalism. The Avett Brothers, Emotionalism, $39.99. So the last claim was Paul Brothers gets the Enya record. The Beatles is now at $60 with Christopher Morris. Our next auction is going to be Genesis Abacab. Genesis Abacab is going to be a $45 start. This is a very, very nice Japanese pressing. I may want to give this a spin tonight because this is really, really nice. Genesis Abacab is a $45 start. There's the LP. There's the cover with the obi. It has the Japanese insert and the original inner sleeve. Very nice copy of Genesis here, Abacab. Pristine Japanese pressing on the vinyl. The cover is also very strong. $45 start on Genesis, Abacab. Tara Jokumstaller wants the Avett Brothers. Yes, we will be open on Labor Day. We will be open on Labor Day. Yes, we will be. Fugazi, Repeater. Fugazi is $26.99 for Repeater. Also, Pink, Misunderstood. Pink is $34.99 for Misunderstood. Pink, $34.99. And here's the Cody Jinks that we have yet to show yet, the Adobe Sessions. The Adobe Sessions. That is $33.99 for Cody Jinks, the Adobe Sessions. $33.99. $33.99 for Cody Jinks, the Adobe Sessions. All right, let me... yeah, $33.99 on Cody Jinks. Wolves Council wants Fugazi. That's sold to Wolves Council. And we have, let's see here. Okay, we're caught up. Wolves Council got Fugazi. So update on our auctions. The Beatles is at $60 with Christopher Morris. The Beatles is at $60 with Christopher Morris. That's going twice, going 3 times. And Genesis, we're looking for a $45 star. So this is our first crate of the night. New vinyl. New vinyl tonight. Here's our first crate of the night. This is The Cure, A Night Like This. That is a live unofficial from 1985, $29.99. Also Depeche Mode, Some Great Reward, $31.99. George Strait, Icon, His Greatest Hits, $33.99. Pink, Beautiful Trauma, $29.99. Also Final Call. Final Call on the Beatles, Please Please Me. That is at $60 with Christopher Morris. Motorhead, Ace of Spades, $33.99. Sublime is $39.99. Pussifer, Conditions of My Parole, $39.99. And Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, $34.99. So I'm waiting for David Williams to let me know if you're in or out on the Beatles, so I go ahead and sell that one. Primus Pork Soda is $39.99. Michael Jackson Bad, somebody just asked, that is $28.99. New and sealed Michael Jackson Bad, $28.99. Rodriguez, Code Fact, Rodriguez is $36.99. George Strait, can I pick up Monday? You can. George Strait is sold to Lisa Ragland. Now, the way local pickups work is if you buy anything Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, it's not available until Monday. So you can't get this until Monday. But yes, if you come in, make sure you message our page and you make sure somebody has definitely make sure we confirm that it is up front for you and ready to pick up. Otherwise, you could show up and it could take hours for us to find it sometimes because it's not ready. We have to generate the invoice, find it, sort it, etc. So yes, we can sell it to you, but make sure you have contacted us and let us know you're coming to pick up. Genesis is at $45. We do have a bid on that. Denise Harrison wants Pink. Denise Harrison wants Pink. Motorhead is $33.99. Ace of Spades, Rebecca, $33.99 on that. And we have Whiskey Myers Mud, $28.99 for Whiskey Myers Mud. Hootie and the Blowfish was $29.99. That was on clear vinyl. Rebecca Barber gets the Motorhead record. We have Toto, which is their greatest hits. 40 Trips Around the Sun. $36.99 for Toto's greatest hits. The Best of Kiss. Kiss greatest hits. Kiss World, $39.99. Metallica was $21.99. The other Pink was Misunderstood, $34.99. And as soon as Wayne Carr gets on, I know he'll want one of these. But Cody Jinks, the Adobe Sessions, is $33.99. Sean McNeil wants Toto. That's sold to Sean McNeil. Let's go ahead and end our first 2 auctions of the night. The Beatles is sold for $60 to Christopher Morris. Only 1 bid on that, and only 1 bid on Genesis for $45. Kind of surprised by that, but those are sold and sold. And Tanner, the sheets are right up there. But I'm going to go ahead and grab our next auctions, which is Europe, the final countdown, and let's go ahead and sell one of the... Actually, let's go ahead and do another Genesis. Let's do another Genesis. These are both going to be really great Japanese stuff tonight. Some 45s that I've never seen before. We've got some Japanese jazz titles that we've never had before. And then the other stuff, if we've had it before, it's just as nice and great as always. Starting here with Europe, the Final Countdown. Europe, the Final Countdown is a $45 start. It is a Japanese press of obi, very nice, glossy cover, has a really cool obi on it, and it is complete with all the inserts. There's the first insert, there's the second insert. Europe, the Final Countdown, that is now up for auction. And we also have Genesis, another Genesis. This is their self-titled album, has That's All, Home by the Sea, also beautiful vinyl, very, very nice. This is also a $45 start. It has the obi, it has all the inserts. This is a $45 start on this as well. $45 start. David's already in on Europe at $45. There's the other Genesis album, $45 start on that. All right, let me set this aside. That was our first crate of new vinyl. Let's go ahead and go through some vintage OGs. But yeah, we have probably over 50 Japanese albums to auction tonight. Our first crate, our first bin, our first crate is going to be new vintage arrivals, check condition stuff. And let me flip through here and make sure there was nothing I wanted to auction. I did find a Alice Cooper earlier that has the panties with it. We'll be putting that up for auction. And let's go ahead and do some of these. So these are some great check condition records, great titles, great prices because they're check condition. And we have Croology. We will check that in the next 30 seconds. Okay, Europe is at 45, going once, going twice. And Genesis is at 45, going once, going twice. Okay, next is Journey. This is in shrink wrap of hop sticker. The vinyl's VG. Very nice cover, though. $9.99 with the original inner sleeve. That is Journey Frontiers, VG condition, $9.99. Leonard Skinner Gold and Platinum, VG Plus condition on Leonard Skinner Gold and Platinum. It also has a promo, gold stamp promo on the front, VG Plus, $24.99. Rebecca Barber has the Journey, Leonard Skinner. That's like a greatest hits. Madonna, self-titled, EX $22.99. This is Madonna's debut album. It has the hit song Holiday on it. EX $22.99 on that. John Young, You Were Second on Journey. And Marshall Tucker's Greatest Hits. Marshall Tucker's Greatest Hits is a VG condition, $12.99. Can't You See? Heard It in a Love Song, Fire on the Mountain, Long Hard Ride. That's a VG for $12.99. We got a new bid on Europe for $47. So David Howard, you're outbid. And we got Genesis here. Genesis self-titled. Looking for a $45 opening bid before I make that a buy it now. The Eagles, this is their self-titled debut. Fish wrote his name on the cover. Other than that, it's a VG copy for $14.99. 1972, the Eagles' debut album. Denise Harrison wants Madonna. Jared's at 47 on Europe. And we have Eagles, back-to-back Eagles. This is One of These Nights. VG Plus $24.99 for Eagles, One of These Nights. VG Plus $24.99. Hotel California. Make that 3 Eagles in a row. Here's a Hotel California. It also has the poster. Wow, that's worth the sticker price alone. VG condition, $14.99. Hotel California. 3 Eagles there in a row. And Heart, self-titled, is VG, $9.99. VG on Heart, self-titled. Rebecca Barber, first to Hotel California. David's back in on Europe at $48. So Jared, you're out, and Jetstream is second on Hotel California. Crosby, Stills & Nash, their debut album. VG condition, $14.99 on CSN. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, this is their greatest hits album called So Far. It's also VG condition, $14.99. Great titles in here. Kevin Blackfox says he'll take the Eagles self-titled. That's so to Kevin Blackfox. And Stephen Stills 2. Stephen Stills' second solo album, VG Plus condition, $14.99. Denise Harrison takes the Heart. That's Heart self-titled. And Styx Paradise Theater. This is in VG condition, $9.99. And this should be, let's take a look at it. It most likely is an etched copy. It is. It is etched. And that is Styx Paradise Theater. That's VG $9.99. All right, they're still bidding on Europe. Jared's at $50 on the Final Countdown. That's a very nice Japanese pressing with Obi. Let's go ahead and make Genesis a buy it now. $45 buy it now. This is a first come, first serve. I guarantee somebody's on standby to grab this. It's a $45 start. Fred Carnell gets it for $45. Chris Gardner's going to get the Styx album out of the buy it now bin. And our next auction is going to be REM, Dead Letter Office. Wow, we don't get that too often. Shrink wrap and hop sticker, REM, Dead Letter Office. Now, John has graded the vinyl a strong VG+. A strong VG+. and REM Dead Letter Office. To me, it looks closer to EX. I was looking at this, I was like, man, how is this VG Plus? And I think it's mostly because of this scuff right here. It's non-audible, but it has a pretty ugly looking scuff right here. Non-feelable. I don't know about non-audible, but it's definitely a non-feelable, so it shouldn't cause a lot of problems. Beautiful cover though, shrink wrap and hop sticker, and that's going to be a $35 start on REM Dead Letter Office. $35 start on that. Europe is at $50. David Howard's out, so Jared, you've got Europe for $50, going twice, going 3 times. John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, shrink wrap and hop sticker, EX Vinyl, $19.99. EX Vinyl, $19.99. For those who just joined us, we're in our first crate of new vintage stuff. We got awesome auctions going all night tonight. We've got new vinyl, and we've got discount bins. I've got $9.99 bins, $6.99 bins, a $14.99 bin, and $19.99 bins. First, I want to show y'all the incredible sneak peek of an incredible collection we picked up today in Pennsylvania. Henry and Paul's in Pennsylvania. And here's what the room looked like when they walked in it. This guy was a serious collector. All those things you see on the wall are autographs, pictures, albums. And then there's where his album started. It was around 6,000 albums, 2, 3, 4 gigantic bookshelves of vinyl. John Young, if you're watching, they said there was 3 entire shelves full of Beatles albums. Audiophile box sets. We got a Beatles Mo-Fi, a Rolling Stones Mo-Fi box. Incredible collection we picked up today. He has more stuff too. The only thing he kept that will be for sale later is his Bob Dylan collection. He has 900 Bob Dylan albums that they left behind. He's going to sell all that later. I've got to go back up and get the rest of it, but we're talking autographs, memorabilia, collectibles. Very impressive collection. So, okay, Europe is at final call now. Update on our auctions. Jared's at 50 on Europe, and REM is at 35 with Jeff McIntosh. Only bidder on REM right now is $35 with Jeff McIntosh. That is going once, going twice. And we have, I think, a claim in here. Somebody asked about Beaver. Let's see here. Make sure I didn't miss anything here. And we have REM 37, REM 40. We have Glenn Fry, Soul Searching. Glenn Fry's in shrink wrap and hop sticker. VG Plus condition, $19.99. VG Plus condition, $19.99. Glenn Fry, shrink wrap and hop sticker. VG Plus, $19.99. Cat People, Giorgio Moroder. That's the original soundtrack. Gold stamp promo, EX condition, $17.99. It also has Putting Out Fire with Gasoline, David Bowie. Stevie Ray Vaughan on guitar, EX condition, $17.99. Brownsville Station, yeah. Brownsville Station is VG condition, $9.99 for Brownsville Station. VG $9.99, and Jethro Tull's Aqualung, VG condition, $9.99 for Aqualung, sitting on a park bench. All right, let's go ahead and sell Europe to Jared Benoit for $50. Next is Brent Robley wants the Stones Mo-Fi. I'm sure you do. Don't worry. It will be for sale here at auction in the next week or 2 weeks. Probably the next week or so. Okay, REM was at 37, 36, 38, and now 40 with Michael Potts. Jetstream first to Cat People soundtrack. John Lill was second, Fred Carnell fourth, Wolves Council fourth. Jetstream, John Lill, Fred Carnell, Wolves Council, and Gina Charles wants Jethro Tull. Jethro Tull. But for anybody that's watching, actually, I think the guy found us because he heard me say the other night we were taking that trip, and then I made that post with that map. We're actually in Pennsylvania right now. We have truck and trailer. It's already almost full, but they're coming back to unload after they go to a show tomorrow to buy more, and then we're heading back up there almost to Massachusetts to do more. We've got collections lined up to look at in northern New Hampshire, New York City, and some others. We got some amazing stuff we're going to be buying. And like I've said before, if there's anybody watching and you have a serious record collection for sale, we can buy it. $10,000, $20,000, $100,000. Give us a call. That's why we're able to buy a lot of these major, huge collections. We can buy, if you have a basement full of records that you need 50 grand for and we can make money, we'll show up and buy them. So just FYI. I think that's why we get several calls on this trip, and we're going to be bringing back some great stuff. High bid on REM is at $41. $41 on REM. Let's do a very, very cool Star Wars Japanese pressing. This is the story of Star Wars Japanese version, The Story of Star Wars. Very cool here. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine for this very cool Japanese pressing. It has this, which I have not seen before. I guess this is the original inner sleeve. No, it's an insert. No, this is an insert with like, it looks like an R2-D2 cutout. It looks like a cardboard cutout where you could make R2-D2. So, very interesting. It has the book still attached. It has the book still attached. Very cool Japanese pressing with the R2-D2 cutout. Gigantic Star Wars obi on that one. $55 start. $55 start on Star Wars. Japanese pressing of that. And that is called The Story of Star Wars, Japanese version. $55 start on that. Back up to the top. Let's get focused back in the bin because there's great new vintage arrivals in here. Check condition. REM was at 41 with George Ellis. Derek bid 36, but the high bid right now is $41. VG plus condition. Pete's at 65 on Star Wars. The Moody Blues, there they are. In Search of the Lost Chord. VG condition. $9.99 on the Moody Blues. Chic, Greatest Hits. This is VG plus, $12.99. Chic's Greatest Hits. VG plus, $12.99. Squeeze, Sweets from Stranger. Squeeze is VG condition, $9.99. And Jay Giles Band Live. Jay Giles Band Live, Full House. That's in VG condition, $9.99 on Jay Giles Live. Sticks, I don't see this one too often. Also VG condition, $12.99. That's on the original wooden nickel label. VG $12.99. Jetstream wants Squeeze. We'll sell that to Jetstream. And Genesis, Trespass. Genesis is EX $24.99. ABC Black Label. That's kind of odd looking. $24.99. Let's do some final calls. George Ellis, the shrink wrap and hop sticker REM. VG plus vinyl because it has a couple scuffs on it. They don't cause any playback issues though. George Ellis is at 41 on REM, and Pete Weisgarber has Star Wars for 65. Those are final calls, and Tim Tidwell wants Sticks. Tim, are you a first-time buyer with us? I'm pretty sure you are. Thank you and welcome to CollectCo. We sell records here 6 nights a week. And if that's your first purchase, let me give you a little bit of instructions. I just need you to send our page a message. I need you to send CollectCo, our Facebook page, a message with your email address and your mailing address. We will invoice you on Monday. Monday is when we send out invoices. Monday is when we send out invoices, and it'll be $7 in limited shipping. So I hope you can tune in the rest of the night and buy as much as you want. That will be okay with me. Sorry, I had to mute my mic for a second so I could get some Diet Mountain Dew. I also need to open my laptop right quick and work on an ad for our sale tomorrow. So I'm going to be multitasking over here. I got a Facebook ad I've got to work on so I can let everybody know about our sale. If you're local, we're doing a 20% off sale in-store only on everything in the store, vinyl related. That's new vinyl, box sets. Also anything new from our distributors like Funkos, posters, all that will be 20% off. And then up front, we're going to have tables set up with $1 records and $1 CDs and $1 cassettes. And you'll want to tune in for that. If you'll want to show up for that tomorrow, 10 o'clock is when we open. We're going to have some dollar bins that's pretty much going to get obliterated by the first few customers because we have a lot of resellers who show up, who flip these things at flea markets, and that's perfectly fine with me because we got stuff we got to get rid of. We got like 20,000 on the way from Pennsylvania right now. REM is at 42, Star Wars 68, Star Wars 60, Star Wars 75. Joe Hawkins, you were next on the sticks, and Pete's at 80. Next is Jefferson Starship, Earth. Jefferson Starship is VG Plus condition, $9.99. Oh Girl, Young Holt Unlimited. Young Holt Unlimited was VG Plus $16.99. Python Lee Jackson, In a Broken Dream, VG Plus $14.99. VG Plus $14.99. Foreigner, Head Games, VG $9.99, and Foreigner Agent Provocateur, back-to-back Foreigner albums there, VG plus $14.99. So Pete Weisgarber has the Star Wars album for $80. That's a final call. We got a new bid on REM. Derek bid 42, and now George Ellis is back in at 43. So 43 on REM, going once, going twice. Star Wars is at 80, going once, going twice. Foreigner, this is like their greatest hits. It's called Records. VG condition, $17.99. Foreigner, Records, VG $17.99. Michelle says Foreigner head games, and Rebecca wants both foreigners. So that one goes to Michelle. This one goes to Rebecca, and then there's a new one there if anybody wants it, and it goes to Christopher Morris. So Michelle, Rebecca, and Christopher on those. Michelle, you were next on Foreigner. How about 4? If anybody wants this one, it's called Foreigner 4, VG Plus $14.99, Jukebox Hero, also with the original inner sleeve, VG Plus condition $14.99. Steppenwolf 7, VG $9.99 for Steppenwolf 7, and Steppenwolf at your birthday party is EX condition $17.99. Rebecca Barber first to this Foreigner. Going back and forth between Rebecca, Christopher, Michelle, and Rebecca on the Foreigner. Francis, you were second on Foreigner 4, and Christopher Morris, you were third. Tommy, original motion picture soundtrack, EX condition $27.99. All right, Pete Weisgarber, you get the Star Wars album for $80. Thank you. That's so to you. Let's do a final call now. If who is our new bidder? Derek Balshire. If you are still bidding on REM, please let me know. Or if you're done, say out. If you're out, I'm going to go ahead and sell that to George Ellis for $43. I've got more Japanese auctions to show you. Fantastic stuff here. Absolutely fantastic. I'm trying to work on this first titles first, and I'll do these next. This is an Elton John Greatest Hits. Elton John Greatest Hits. This is going to be, let me take a look at it. I think it's very, very nice, best of my memory. This is good. There's a couple in here. No, this one has a couple marks on it. This one I can't call near mint, our typical near mint pristine. It has some non-audible scuffs. There's one there. There's one there on side 2, and there's some sleeve scuffing. So by Japanese standards, this is like a VG Plus. It's still going to be your very high quality Japanese vinyl, but it's not mint and pristine. This is going to be a $25 start because of that. Still though, Elton John's Greatest Hits. Oh my gosh. How could you go wrong here? It also has the original inner sleeve. Great track listing on this too. Daniel, Honky Cat, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, Rocket Man, Beanie and the Jets, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, Border Song, and Crocodile Rock. As I've grown to very, very like Elton John's music, I really like his deep cuts. Stuff on Captain Fantastic, deep cuts on Madman Across the Water, deep cuts on Yellow Brick Road. Now, his hits are obviously hits. They're great. But, of course, a lot of those we've heard for a lifetime. I've played this record so many times. If I see a copy laying around in the store and I don't know what to spin next, this is going on the turntable. Who got the Foreigner Greatest Hits? The Foreigner Greatest Hits went to Christopher Morris. That went to Christopher Morris. So, Derek is back in on REM at 44, 25 on Elton John, 45 on REM, another 25 on Elton John, another 25 on Elton John, and a $46 bid on REM. Crosby and Nash Live, VG Plus, $14.99 for Crosby and Nash Live. The Rolling Stones, Let It Bleed, just $14.99. VG Condition, original label and original inner sleeve. Wow, great deal on that, even for a VG copy, $14.99. The Rolling Stones Hot Rocks, VG Condition, $19.99 on the Rolling Stones Hot Rocks, VG Condition, $19.99, and 2 more left in here. James Brown at the Garden Live, VG, $14.99, 67 maroon label in shrink wrap, and a Whitesnake, Ready and Willing, VG Plus condition, $19.99 on Whitesnake. That will probably get gone. George is out on REM. James Bragg is at 46. Let me update this one more time since we got new bidders. This is in shrink wrap and hype sticker, original inner sleeve. The vinyl's VG Plus because it has a couple scuffs on it, which marks it down to a VG Plus. I still think it will play very, very well in my opinion. Elton John's at 36 with John Leal. George Ellis is out. Wolves Council got RS, which was the Rolling Stones. I'm assuming for Let It Bleed, but you'd also have dibs on Hot Rocks. Elton John's at 40. Richard Allen, you were second on Rolling Stones. So unless he takes Hot Rocks, you could have that. If you wanted Let It Bleed, it's already sold. Ryan Anderson got Whitesnake. Wolves Council does want Let It Bleed. Darren Wortman, you were second on Whitesnake. So, Elton John's now at $40 with Denise Harrison. Let me run through these titles one more time because this is our first crate of new check condition stuff. New check condition stuff here. And you're going to really like some of these. And I'm also working on pulling up our group post so I can tell you about some great pre-orders. I'm just going to read the titles because we got so much to go through tonight. If you want a price, let me know. And we probably will go through these a second time. Some of them I'm going to tell you the price. If I'm telling you the price and I'm like, man, I can't believe this hadn't sold, like Leonard Skinner's Golden Platinum, which is a 2 LP, Greatest Hits comp. It has a gold stamp promo. VG Plus $24.99. VG Plus $24.99. Marshall Tucker Band still available. VG copy $12.99. Eagles One of These Nights was VG Plus $24.99. Is this another Stones? Tanner just found this one, or he saw where this one was in the back. This is another VG copy of the Stones. If anybody wants this for the same price, it also has the original inner sleeve. Who was backup? Who was backup? Richard Allen. Richard, the spine is split on this one. The spine is split, but it's also a VG copy for $14.99 if you want it. If you want it. Brooks Votter gets the Leonard Skinner. Matt Biggs on Marshall Tucker. And Tim Tidwell, you were second on Leonard Skinner. Eagles, we still got Crosby, Stills, and Nash. VG copy for $14.99. Crosby, Stills, and Nash so far, VG $14.99. Steven Stills 2, John Cafferty. Glenn Fry was in shrink wrap of Hop Sticker. Brownsville Station, Moody Blues, Cheeks Greatest Hits. Jay Giles Full House, Genesis Trespass. Jefferson Starship, Young Holt Unlimited, Python Lee Jackson. Steppenwolf 7, Steppenwolf at Your Birthday Party. The Tommy Movie, Crosby and Nash Live. Hot Rocks is still available, and James Brown at the Garden. Richard Allen says he will take that for $14.99. I think we're done on our auctions. James Bragg gets REM for $46. And let me do a final call on Elton John just in case. $46 on Elton John. Excuse me, $40 on Elton John. REM sold for $46 to James Bragg. Elton's at $40 with Denise, and that's a final call. I'm about to swap out crates, not before I get another Japanese auction started. We have another awesome, fantastic Japanese Star Wars soundtrack. Another one. This is Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back Japanese soundtrack. Let me show it and show you everything. First, it's 2 LPs. Very nice, very clean, near mint minus, and pristine Japanese vinyl. There is some foxing on the labels, which is odd, but there is a little bit of foxing on the labels, but there's pretty much no marks on the vinyl. It's going to be very clean, very nice. There's the Japanese insert. It also comes with the book here. And this is the Empire Strikes Back soundtrack. This is going to be a $45 start. Very nice cover, and it has the Obi. $45 start. That is the Empire Strikes Back. $45 start on that. Japanese pressing. Japanese pressing. Let's go ahead and sell Denise Elton John for $40. We got bids on our auctions already, $45 and $50, and all them die. The James Brown was VG condition, $14.99. That is a 67 maroon OG press, $14.99 on that. All right, that was our first crate of new vintage stuff. I've got 3 more like that. But first, we've got more new vinyl. I've got more new vinyl to show you. Probably the second of 3 crates for tonight of new stuff that we hadn't shown before, and also some restocks in here. So new stuff and restocks. They're bidding on Empire Strikes Back. Let me go ahead and show you the other. I also need to be multitasking over here on this ad, so let me click on this. Here's a Beatles record that I don't think we've had too many times as a Japanese pressing. It's called Rock and Roll Music, which is a great compilation. This is the Beatles Rock and Roll Music. It's a 2 LP Japanese pressing of the Beatles Rock and Roll Music, which is a very, very good Beatles compilation. There's both LPs. There's an original inner sleeve. It also comes with this book. And there's the other inner sleeve. And it comes with, I believe this is a poster. Yes, I haven't seen this in too many. It also has the poster. I don't want to completely fold that out, but the poster is in there. Paul looks awfully happy. $45 start. $45 start. This is the Beatles Rock and Roll Music. And yeah, Twist and Shout, Saw Her Standing There, Helter Skelter, Back in the USSR, Hey Bulldog, Birthday, Get Back, Matchbox, Roll Over Beethoven. It's Beatles Rock and Roll Music. It's the Beatles Rock and Roll Music. That's a $45 start. Empire Strikes Back is at $60 with Dan Triaga. The Black Crowes is splatter vinyl, yes. Ryan Adams, Heartbreaker. Deluxe Edition, $49.99. Ryan Adams' first solo album, expanded 35 audio tracks. That is pretty much an on-sale price at $49.99, by the way. $49.99. Vince Gill, The Christmas Collection, $24.99. Vince Gill, The Christmas Collection, $24.99. Ned's Atomic Dustbin, Godfather, $39.99. Godfather, $39.99. White Lion Pride, $39.99. There's a lot of music on vinyl restocks in here. A lot of stuff we sold out of last week very quickly, so if you missed out on one and you didn't get on the waiting list, pay close attention because this is a lot of those restocks. Joe Satriani, Surfing with the Alien. Music on vinyl remastered. Joe Satriani, $39.99. Bow Wow Wow, I Want Candy, limited to 1,000 on pink vinyl. That's $39.99. Also, Wasp, Headless Children. Wasp is $39.99 for Headless Children. The Cramps, Flame Job. The Cramps is $39.99, limited to 2,000 on blue vinyl. There was a waiting list on the Cramps, and that was Ryan Anderson. Ryan Anderson, your Cramps is in. I've got one extra to sell. Darren Wortman wants a Joe Satriani, Surfing with the Alien. Dan Triaga gets the Empire Strikes Back for $60. Nobody else bid, but also nobody else said out. And the Beatles Rock and Roll Music is at $40 with Christopher Morris. That's going once, going twice. Christopher Morris has that going once, going twice. Sammy Hagar is our next Japanese auction. I don't think I've had too many Japanese Sammy Hagars. Let me take a look at this. 3-lock box. This is going to be a $35 start. The vinyl is your typical Japanese, near mint minus and pristine. 3-lock box. There's the cover. The obi, $35 start. $35 start. There is the gatefold. Very, very nice. It also has the obi, $35 start on that. $35 start on that. So Beatles is a going once, going twice. Next in here was Testament Low. Testament was $39.99. Sean Druin wants Headless Children. Yes, there is a Wasp box set coming out. I'll be posting the pre-order for that. Speaking of pre-orders, give me 1 second, and I need to update everybody on some titles that I've posted and make sure everybody watching is in our private group. Dan Triaga wants Testament Low. We've got both of the Chris Robinson Brotherhoods back in. Let me show these at the same time. Somebody may want both of them. This is the Chris Robinson Brotherhood. This is volumes 3 and 4, Betty's Blend, volumes 3 and 4, $76 and $96.99. $76 and $96.99 for the Black Crowes fans that's watching. We have a waiting list for that. Lily McCurry wanted 1 and 2, so there's 1 and 2. 1 and 2 there. Black Crowes and Black Crowes, those are available. $76 and $96.99. We also got back in stock Def Leppard Mirror Ball, Live and More. And yes, this is a Walmart exclusive, but we're able to get them. They're also only $26.99 for 3 LPs of live Def Leppard music. That is definitely an on-sale price at $26.99. Def Leppard Live and More, $26.99. I've got 2 extras, and we had a waiting list for that. Mark Querum got 1, Burt Jordan got 1, and Zach Elias got 1. That was the waiting list, and we sold 3, I think, on Monday or Tuesday when we had them. Eddie Pasir on CRB. Eddie, let me know if you want 1 or both, or you can have Volume 3, Volume 4, or both. We'll go ahead and pull those for Eddie Pasir. Dan Triaga wants a Def Leppard. I've got 1 left. Let's go ahead and sell the Beatles Rock and Roll Music to Christopher Morris. No bid on that, except his for $45. Kind of surprised by that. Joe Hawkins got Def Leppard, and let's make Sammy Hagar a buy it now for $35. Sammy Hagar, 3-lock box. That's a $35 buy it now if anybody wants that. Somebody's probably on standby. The one with the chicken. You want Betty's Blends Volume 3. That's $76.99. That leaves Betty Blends Volume 4, if anybody wants that, for $96.99. Here's a Deep Purple I've never had before. Deep Purple Perpendicular, $39.99. Heavy double vinyl version of this classic album featuring a bonus track, Don't Hold Your Breath. This is Deep Purple Perpendicular Expanded Edition. And that album originally came out in 1996, so that's why you've probably never seen that on vinyl. If you do have an OG of that, I'm sure that's not easy to come by. Brandon Jackson gets the Sammy Hagar for $35. There's Deep Purple. And we have the Super Blues Band, $29.99. Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, and Bo Diddley. Can't go wrong there. There was a waiting list for that. Lily McCurry and Sherry Darnell. I've got 1 extra for $29.99. Perry Wood wants the Deep Purple album. And I did get another restock of Yes, the Ladder. Another that's very tough to find an OG of. And this because it originally came out in 1999. Thank you, Music on Vinyl. $39.99 for Yes, the Ladder. Yes, the Ladder. Let's get 2 new auctions started. Let's do Led Zeppelin 3. Led Zeppelin 3, let's take a close look at it. This is OB number 10106A, or I should say catalog number, and I think this is a very nice copy. We're going to need a $95 start for this. Holy moly, that's nice. Led Zeppelin 3, Immigrant Song, Celebration Day, Since I've Been Loving You, Out on the Tiles. It's Led Zeppelin. It's self-explanatory. $95 start. Very nice jacket. It has a Japanese insert with it. Ah, ah, come from the land of the ice and snow, from the midnight sun where the hot springs flow. You got to watch these Japanese translations. Sometimes they really mess stuff up. That's a $95 start. It's been a while since I've had a copy of Led Zeppelin 3 with Obi. $95 start on Led Zeppelin 3. And let's go ahead and knock out another really cool Japanese pressing that I don't think I've ever been able to offer. I've never seen it before. And this is actually a Miles Davis box set. Miles Davis box set, which I'm looking for on here. Which one are you looking for? No, I haven't. There it is. Nope. I'm not for sure on this one. Let me set it aside for a second. See if you can find that. I'll put that up in 1 second. Yep, that's it. Okay. This is a Miles Davis Japanese box set. The Greatest History, also a $95 start. So this is easy. Led Zeppelin's a $95 start, and this Miles Davis box set is a $95 start. I think we're dealing with 6 LPs here of high quality Japanese. Yeah, 6 LPs. Miles Davis, The Greatest History, 1955 to 1969. 6 LPs from Japan, $95 start. What would that cost right now if it was manufactured new? That would be expensive. 6 LPs from Japan. Now, the vinyl has some weird, I think it's from the sleeves. It has some weird marks on some of them. See how there's like some of those swirling marks on the vinyl? It's not what I can call near mint and pristine for this. Some of them are, though. It's kind of odd, but very nice Japanese vinyl. Like side B there on disc 5 is pristine. The Japanese dealer we got it from really didn't have any condition notes on it other than it was very nice. You know, the typical EX Plus. So it looks really cool. 6 LP Miles Davis box set, $95 start. That's called The Greatest History. $95 start on that. Okay, what was the name of the Sammy Hagar that was just sold? 3-lock box. That was the only copy I have. It was a Japanese. Let's put Darren Wortman on the waiting list for Deep Purple. Darren Wortman wants on the waiting list for Deep Purple, and that was called Perpendicular. Ozzy, Memoirs of a Madman, $39.99. Memoirs of a Madman, $39.99. Deep Purple, Slaves and Masters, $39.99. Deep Purple, Slaves and Masters. There's another Deep Purple. Ice-T, Original Gangster, OG. David Howard, you was on a waiting list for that. I've got another one in. Ice-T is $39.99. OG. The 70th anniversary of Delmark Records, Blues Anthology, $28.99. Delmark, 70th anniversary. Mark Lent, you was on a waiting list for this. This is a compilation of blues music from Buddy Guy, Junior Wells, Magic Sam, Otis Rush, Jimmy Dawkins, Diana Washington, Jimmy Johnson, etc. $28.99. Suicidal Tendencies. Still psycho after all these years. I got 3 more copies to sell you. Suicidal Tendencies. There was a waiting list for that. The waiting list was James Bragg, Mike Massey, and Joshua Cross. Suicidal Tendencies is $39.99. Ryan, we will open that Black Crows for you. We will open that for you. It'd be about $150 new. I was thinking if this was new, it would be about $250, and if it actually was imported from Japan, it would probably be like $400 or $500. 6 LP. I know the Star Wars soundtracks that are 2 LPs, they're about $90 for Star Wars soundtracks. I figured a Miles Davis box set with book and inner sleeves from Japan would be $300, $400, $500 possibly. Big Chill soundtrack. This is on colored vinyl. This is on clear vinyl. The classic Big Chill soundtrack, $26.99. Testament, Souls of Black is $39.99. And Train, Drops of Jupiter. Train is limited to 2,000 on red and black vinyl. $39.99 for Train, Drops of Jupiter. Another Suicidal Tendencies is Join the Army. Suicidal Tendencies is $39.99. Music on vinyl, Suicidal Tendencies, Join the Army. The Jackson 5 Christmas album. Jackson 5 Christmas album is $28.99. That's new and sealed. The Jackson 5 Christmas album. And Suicidal Tendencies, The Art of Rebellion. The Art of Rebellion is $39.99 And the last album in this crate is Testament, The Legacy. Testament, The Legacy is $39.99. Testament, The Legacy, $39.99. Okay, Dan Triaga wants Testament, The Legacy. William Lee Murray, let me know which suicidal tendencies you want. We have Still Psycho After All These Years. We have Join the Army. And we have The Art of Rebellion. Let me know which one you want. Dan Triaga wants Testament Legacy. I already pulled that. And Carlene wants the Jackson 5 Christmas album. I can't believe it, but I'm going to make these buy it nows. $95 buy it nows. If anybody wants Led Zeppelin 3, Led Zeppelin 3 is a $95 buy it now. You can grab that. Or the 6LP Japanese Miles Davis box set. $95 buy it now on that. And that is very surprising. But Chris B. Jack's all over it for $95. Sell that to Chris B. Jack for $95, and Led Zeppelin still available for $95. Let's run through this bin one more time. I'm just going to read titles and prices very quickly. And I've got 3 more crates of new vintage stuff. I also have 4 flip crates of on-sale records, and we've already wiped out one entire bin of Japanese. Let me bring over our next bin. I've also got some really cool 45s. Got some really cool 45s over here as well. So Tanner's checking out the Crowology right now. It's not warped, Tanner. That LP is not warped. That's as flat as a pancake. David Polkey wants White Line Pride. Let's go ahead and pull that for David Polkey. So Ryan Adams, Heartbreaker, that is $49.99. His stuff is usually not too easy to get. Vince Gill, the Christmas Collection, $24.99, 21 songs. Ned's Atomic Dust Bin is $39.99. We also have Bow Wow Wow, I Want Candy, $39.99 for Bow Wow Wow. The Cramps Flame Job is $39.99, limited to 2,000 on blue vinyl. The Chris Robinson Brotherhood, Betty's Blend Volume 4, $96.99. Paul Beal wants a God Fada. That's sold to Paul Beal. The Super Blues album, $29.99. Yes, The Ladder, yes, is $29.99. William Lee Murray wants Still Psycho. So that's the Suicidal Tendencies album he claimed earlier. That's sold to William Lee Murray. Ozzy's Greatest Hits, Memoirs of a Madman, Crazy Train, Bark at the Moon, Mama I'm Coming Home, No More Tears, Ultimate Sin, Miracle Man. That is $39.99. Ozzy, Memoirs of a Madman. Deep Purple, Slaves and Masters, $39.99. Ice-T Original Gangster, $39.99. Also, the Delmark Blues compilation, $28.99. Jordan Vernoy wants the Ozzy Greatest Hits, Memoirs of a Madman. Let's also put let's put Cynthia on a waiting list and Shane Devers. Make sure there's not any extras of those in our bins, but I don't think it is. The catalog number for Led Zeppelin is P-101068. 10106A, 10106A on that. The 3 suicidal tendencies was Still Psycho After All These Years, Join the Army. I got 2 copies of Join the Army and The Art of Rebellion. So 3 suicidal tendencies, 2 that we haven't had before, those 2 and those 2. There's Testament, Souls of Black, the Big Chill soundtrack, awesome compilation of that, and Train, Drops of Jupiter, $39.99. Let's get our next Japanese auctions rolling. One of my favorite bands, I know we see their records every night, and it's almost a running joke how often we see them, but I don't see Japanese pressings too often. No, it's not Pablo Cruz. And let me also I'm going through my documents here, my information, make sure I'm pulling the right things I want to pull here. Miles Davis was $95 to Chris. Okay, Moody Blues, to our children's children. And if you like listening to the Moody Blues like I do, their albums are very quiet and very intimate, and that's why a lot of times I've went to these Japanese pressings or new copies. Very, very clean, very, very nice. This is a $35 start to our children's children, top quality Moody Blues. Very nice gatefold jacket with Obi. It also has the original insert with it. Gatefold, $35 start. $35 start on that. Moody Blues. Also, let's do a Beatles album, Let It Be. Let me take a look at it right quick. This is the Beatles Let It Be. It has the Obi with it. First of all, let's take a look at the vinyl. Very nice, your typical Japanese quality. There is a hairline, and I mean literally a hairline right here and one scuff right there. Side 2 is very clean and very nice, maybe a couple hairlines right there. I'm only going to start this one at $35. I wouldn't normally say $45 or $55, but I'm only going to start this at $35. the classic Beatles, Let It Be. There's the original insert. This is actually their last release, technically, but it wasn't the last album they recorded. The Beatles, Let It Be. This is UK Flag Series number 13. Two of Us, Dig a Pony, I Me Mine, Let It Be, Maggie May, I've Got a Feeling, One After 909, and then, of course, The Long and Winding Road, For You Blue, and Get Back. Awesome cover, too, to be a black cover, very little signs of wear, very strong obi. That's up for bid. Is the first. Brent Robley says he'll take the Japanese Led Zeppelin 3 for $95. That's sold to Brent. Great decision there. Is the Badfinger on red vinyl? Yes, I actually believe it is. I believe it is. Aaron Elam, or I hope I'm saying your last name correctly. If not, you can give me the phonics, but I'm going to sell you Ned's Atomic Dustbin. If you're a first-time buyer with us, let me know. I may have said your name before, but I don't really recall it. Also, John Howard wants Ice-T. Is OG, Original Gangster. That's sold to John Howard. The Testament album is $39.99. We have Souls of Black. We sold out of Low, and we sold out of Legacy. Tracy's at $40 on the Beatles, and we're looking for a $35 start. Here's the sleeve for that, Miles Davis. You might want that or need that later. It's a box set sleeve. And there's the sleeve for that we probably need to hold on to as well. All right. So, Sean Fairweather says he'll go on the Ned's Godfather waiting list. Mark Fallon says, just joining. Uh-oh. You missed the REM earlier. We had REM and shrink wrap and hop sticker, Mark. You was probably out having dinner with some celebrity and you missed out on it. That's unfortunate. Sorry, I had to mute my mic for a second. I think y'all know what that means. I was chugging some Diet Mountain Dew. All righty, let's go through our next crate of new vintage stuff. Let's go through our next crate of new vintage arrivals John has got priced for us. Paul and Henry's up in Pennsylvania today. We bought literally a basement full of records. It was a very incredible collection. They are going to a couple shows tomorrow. And they'll be bringing back stuff tomorrow. Then we're going up for even more later. So what do we have? We got two auctions. Let's go ahead and wrap these up, and I'll put up two more. So first is Sean Fairweather on Ned's Atomic Dustbin waiting list. Final call. Tracy McFadden has the Beatles for $40. No other bids. Let's see here. Was there a Badfinger in there? No, there wasn't. He was asking about auction. What is Suicidal Tendencies? We had Steel Psycho after all these years, The Art of Rebellion, and Join the Army. Those three are available. Moody Blues is a $35 start, final call, and final call on the Beatles, and I'm going to put up two new ones. Volunteer Jam 3 and 4, the Charlie Daniels Band. This is actually a white label promo, also of C-Level, Wet Willie, Toy Caldwell, Marshall Tucker Band, $34.99. That's a white label promo. Every Time I Feel the Spirit, Nat King Cole, $9.99 on Nat King Cole. Stephen Forbert, Jack Rabbit Slim, Jack Rabbit Slim, that is $9.99. Dion, Sweet for Late Summer. Dion is $14.99, Sweet for Late Summer. Melanie, Stone Ground Words. Melanie is $12.99. Frankie Valli is the word. Frankie Valli, this has Grease. Grease is the word in shrink wrap. $12.99. Gladys Knight and the Pips, Imagination. $9.99 on Gladys Knight. Luke the Drifter Jr., $29.99. Hank Williams Jr., Luke the Drifter Jr., $29.99. Joe Eli, this is called Musta Nada Gotta Lova. Joe Eli, $14.99. And we have Glorified Magnified, Manfred Mann's Earth Band, $19.99. We got new bids on Let It Be. That we had a $45 bid, $47, $50, $50, $52. Jetstream wants Gladys Knight and the Pips. And let's make Moody Blues a buy it now for $35. If anybody wants the Moody Blues album, very, very nice Japanese pressing. $35 buy it now on that. Tommy Bolin, Teaser, Shrink Wrap and Hop Sticker. That's from that Sandusky, Ohio collection. $19.99. Joe Maynard's at $52 on Let It Be. That's now going once, going twice. Our first auction of the night out of our new bin of Japanese stuff, actually Let It Be technically was, but let's do this one first. I got some really cool, really difficult 45s. I mean, if I've never seen them and I was like very curious, I'm like, or like, should I keep this? That means it tells you, that tells me, and it should tell you that it's a really cool record. And this is the first one here. This is actually Steppenwolf. It's a Japanese pressing of Suki Suki. OG off their original album. The B-side is Take What You Need. This is going to be a $20 start. This is Steppenwolf, Suki Suki, that classic RCA 1967 Japanese 7-inch single. Has the original inner sleeve, the Japanese insert. It has a little bit of writing on it. It looks like somebody was making notes about the lyrics or something. Maybe in a radio station, possibly. I doubt it, but who knows. $20 start on Steppenwolf. That is Suki Suki, Japanese 7-inch single. Tommy Lang wants to Tommy Bolin, and Joe Maynard has Let It Be for $52. That's a final call. Deep Purple, speaking of made in Japan, Deep Purple was made in Japan, $36.99. $36.99 for Deep Purple made in Japan. Moon Martin, Escape from Domination. Moon Martin is $16.99. Tina Turner, Better Be Good to Me, 12-inch single. $14.99 on Tina Turner. And Graham Parker, Look Back in Anger. Classic performances by Graham Parker. That must be a compilation. Graham Parker's $14.99 and Johnny Rivers' Golden Hits is $14.99. Joe Maynard gets Let It Be for $52. Final call if you want to bid on Steppenwolf. I'm going to run through the 45s pretty quick unless they get a bid initially very fast. And we have next a very nice John Coltrane. And this is very interesting looking. Let me take a closer look at this. This is John Coltrane, A Love Supreme. John Coltrane, A Love Supreme with Obi. And then Tanner, I'll be having you try to find me this one next. This one right here. All right, John Coltrane with Obi, a Japanese pressing of A Love Supreme. Very, very cool. Near mint minus and pristine Japanese pressing. I was like, man, I should be keeping this. Look how nice. Classic jazz album. John Coltrane, A Love Supreme. This is going to be a $65 start. Japanese pressing with insert. Here's the other insert. And a beautiful cover with Obi. A Love Supreme. There's a little bit of foxing in the gatefold. Super, super nice. John Coltrane, A Love Supreme. I can't remember if I just said 65 or 75. So we'll do a $65 start on that. John Coltrane, A Love Supreme. Steppenwolf, there's really no condition notes on the vinyl. It's a very nice Japanese vinyl. Looking for a $20 start. There's a couple of hairlines on it. But overall, it's very nice. And the sleeve is about VG+, just because a little bit of the pencil writing on the back. So John Coltrane, $65 start and $20 start on that. Final call. Ricky Skaggs, Waiting for the Sun to Shine. Ricky Skaggs is $14.99. Little River Band is $9.99. That's their self-titled album. Penny's Arcade. Penny's Arcade is $24.99. There is some damage up here to the corner. $24.99 on Penny's Arcade. Adventures in Utopia with Todd Rundgren. $14.99 on Utopia. Under a Raging Moon, Roger Daltrey. That is shrink wrap with the hop sticker. Did I see RL in the Dead Wax? I did. I saw RL in the Dead Wax. Robert Ludwig did the mastering for that. $14.99. Donny Hathaway, supervised by Quincy Jones, Come Back Charleston Blues soundtrack. It has a promo sticker, white label promo, 72 white label promo. Donny Hathaway, supervised by Quincy Jones, white label promo of that, $24.99. Volunteer Jam 4 is $29.99. And Dave Mason, Mariposa de Oro, also with the nice price sticker, $9.99 for Dave Mason. All right, John Coltrane is a buy it now for $65, and Steppenwolf is a buy it now for $20. If anybody wants those, they are available right now. Craig, I'm glad you commented 3 dots because I'm afraid everybody was asleep all of a sudden. Joe Eli, High Resolution, $9.99. Bad Boy, Girl on the Run, that was $39.99. Ryan Anderson takes the John Coltrane. I figured that would bring well over $100. That's now $65 to Ryan Anderson. If anybody wants Steppenwolf, it's a $20 buy now. Spirit Feedback is $19.99, and Back to Earth, Rare Earth, $19.99. I thought it was Frozen too. I put up 2 great auctions, and everybody went extremely quiet on me. Our next Japanese auction is going to be Charles Mingus. This is Pithecanthropus erectus. Wow. Charles Mingus, another Japanese pressing. No Obi on this one, but how often we get super nice Charles Mingus records? I'll go ahead and answer that for you. Not often. This is a $35 start for Charles Mingus. $35 start on this. It has the Japanese insert with it. There's the cover. That's a $35 start. Pithecon Theropus erectus. Charles Mingus. That's a $35 start. Okay, and let's do another Japanese 45. The next one is going to be, let me pull one out of the back here. It is Badfinger, and it is on red vinyl. This is a $20 start for Badfinger. Day After Day, Sweet Tuesday Morning. It's in the original Apple sleeve there. It is on red vinyl, and it is very, very nice. Side B is EX Plus Near Mint Minus, and side A is probably VG Plus or EX. There is a scuff there and a couple of hairlines there. Look at that, though. Very cool red vinyl on Badfinger. That is a $20 start. And the sleeve, which just slid between these albums, is right here. There's the original Japanese sleeve that came with it. Day After Day. That is a $20 start. Jeremiah's at $35 on Charles Mingus. John Locke Ponte Live, $9.99. Man, Back to the Future. Man is $29.99. David Bowie Tonight is $24.99. David Bowie Tonight. Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels, Sock It To Me. Mitch Ryder is $14.99. We also have Streets. Streets featuring Steve Walsh, Crimes in Mind, $14.99. Mizra's Meals Party Pieces. Mizra's Meals is $9.99. Jeremiah's at $35 on Mingus. Chris Wood is at $20 on Badfinger. And what was the Joe Roy? There was no Joe Roy to my knowledge. There's another Mitch Ryder, All Mitch Hits, $14.99 on that. Western Swing Volume 2, $14.99. We also have Jumpin' Gene Simmons, $19.99. Jumpin' Gene Simmons is on the original high label, $19.99. The Supremes sing Rogers and Hart. The Supremes is $14.99. Badfinger's now at $23, now $25. And the Charles Mingus record is at $36. Tony Orlando is $9.99. Shrink wrap and hop sticker. Joe Eli, that is high res. Joe Eli high res, $9.99. Ray Stevens, this one's called Boogity Boogity. Ray Stevens, $9.99. Wet Willie, Dixie Rock. Wet Willie is $19.99. Sean Cassidy, Born Late, $9.99. Styx is in shrink wrap, and if you're wondering why the Styx logo and the name of the album's on the cover, it's because it's a Holland press. The cover is in shrink wrap, and this is one of those that probably shouldn't have been left in shrink wrap because it's almost warped the cover. The vinyl's fine, but as you can see, the cover has a wave. This is one you might actually want to take the shrink wrap off of it. It's awfully tight. But that's a Holland press, near mint for $24.99. Paul McCartney, I hadn't seen a copy of Tug of War, surprisingly, in quite some time. It's in with the original inner sleeve, $24.99 on Tug of War. And Neil Diamond with the manuscript, Taproot manuscript, with the manuscript, $19.99. Badfinger's at $26. Jeremiah Lewis, let me know if you're out on the Charles Mingus, because Chris has that for $36. John Young has the Badfinger for $26. Edward Star Wars wants the Joe Eli. Perry Wood wants the Ray Stevens. I am not going to go back through that bin again. No reason to. Let's move on to the next bin. If you wanted anything in there, let me know, because I'm going to go ahead and grab our next crate of new vintage arrivals. Looks like some very good titles in here. There's a Whitesnake record we definitely need to auction. I'm seeing some other great classic rock. A couple odd things in here. And some interesting stuff here. I wonder what label that's on. I'll check the label on that one. If it's the label I'm thinking, we'll probably auction it. If not, I'll leave it as a buy it now. So let's see what we have here. First, we got a high-end record in here, but I'm going to show it as a buy it now. Do you have Cracker Kerosene Hat? No, but I can get it. They will probably be $39.99. If you want one Brent Robley, I can have it next week. Charles Mingus 38. Chris is out on Badfinger. Jeremiah's out on Mingus. New bid, though. Brent's at 37 and Brent's at 40. So final call on the Badfinger, which is on red Japanese vinyl. Overall, I'm going to grade it EX. It is on red vinyl. It has the picture sleeve. It has the Apple sleeve. That is $26 to John Young. The Charles Mingus is at $40. First is 60 Years of Country Music from RCA. That's a 2LP compilation, $24.99. This is $274.99. I haven't had one of these in a long time. Michael Jackson History, Past, Present, and Future. 3 LP set, $274.99. $274.99. It's also super, super nice. Put down Brent Robley on a Cracker Kerosene Hat waiting list. Stacy Metternich wants the Country Music compilation. And Michael Jackson Thriller Half Speed Master. $139.99, 1982. So two very highly collectible Michael Jackson records there. The box set and the Half Speed Master of Thriller. Final call on Charles Mingus for $40. John Young is going to get the Badfinger 45 for $26. Final call on Charles Mingus for $40. Alabama, Southern Star. Alabama is $9.99. Mamas and Papas, If You Can Believe Your Eyes and Ears. $19.99. California Dreamin', Monday, Monday. It's in the original baggie. Super clean vinyl and a nice cover. $19.99 on that. And Charlie Rich, Behind Closed Doors. This has the Hype sticker, the Grammy sticker, and the original Kmart sticker. $9.99. BG's Odessa. BG's Odessa is $24.99. RSO label. This is actually a non-felt cover, which I don't know if I've seen, I don't know if I have seen one that wasn't a non-felt cover. Let's see. Jerry Pinnick says he'll take both Michael Jackson records. Great decision there. Half Speed Master and the Michael Jackson History box set. Those are sold to Jerry Pinnick and Jerry Pickett. Jerry Pinnick and Jerry Pinnick. That's hard to say fast. Thank you, Jerry. And Charlie Rich is sold to Brent Robley. Charles Mingus is sold to Brent Robley for $40. And Colin wants a record called John's Crates. I don't have a record that says John's Crates. You must be watching the wrong feed. Here's our next 45. It's the Beatles, Can't Buy Me Love, and You Can't Do That. We also have another fantastic Japanese pressing by Miles Davis, Sketches of Spain. First, the Beatles, Can't Buy Me Love, and You Can't Do That on Apple. Very, very nice, pristine Japanese pressing. Pristine Japanese pressing. You Can't Do That and Can't Buy Me Love. That's a $25 start, and I've never seen this one before. Very cool picture sleeve with that one, and it has the Apple sleeve. $25 start on the Beatles. Don't get a lot of Japanese 7-inch singles in. Christopher Morris is in at $25. And Miles Davis, Sketches of Spain. Miles Davis, Sketches of Spain. And this is a very nice Japanese pressing. I see one little scuff on it right here. But like I say, how often do y'all see us put out very nice Miles Davis records, especially ones that I could say are Japanese quality? This is a $35 start. $35 start. There's the original anti-static it was stored in. Here's the Japanese insert. And no Obi with the cover, unfortunately, but it would be very, very nice. And that's a $35 start. Also, there was a question earlier, price on Streets. And Brian K. said, what was the good edition of Streets? Was that in the last bin? Let me know if that was in the last bin. The Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer, $14.99 for the Doobie Brothers. Alabama, Roll On. Alabama is $9.99. Chicago, this is Chicago's Greatest Hits Volume 2, $9.99. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Album Picture Disc. And it also has some kind of original newspaper clipping. That is $24.99. $24.99. And Journey Evolution. Journey Evolution is $19.99. That has the original inner sleeve, very clean vinyl. Michael Wiles at $35 on Miles Davis. The catalog number is SOPL 156. SOPL 156. The Beatles is at 25. Miles is at 25. Let me figure out what Streets record they're asking about. Styx, Supreme, Streets. Streets featuring Steve Walsh, Crimes in Mind. That is a gold stamp promo, $14.99. It has the original Atlantic inner sleeve, and this is $14.99. $14.99 on Streets, if anybody wants it. Who asked first? Brian Case asked first, and then Greg Preston asked. So let me know if y'all want that. Next in the bin is Rick Springfield, Living in Oz, is $14.99. Rick Springfield, Living in Oz. Paul Simon, Graceland. Paul Simon, Graceland, $29.99. It is near mint and pristine, Brian Case. So Greg says he'll take it if you don't want it. Julian Lennon, Valot. Julian Lennon is $14.99. Graham Central Station, Mirror. Literally has a mirror on the cover. Graham Central Station is $19.99. And Brownsville Station, Motor City Connection, $24.99. Brownville Station, $24.99. Brian Case says he'll take Streets. So new bid on Miles Davis for $40. Sketches of Spain. That is now up for bid. And the Beatles is sold to Christopher Morris for $25. Christopher, you get the Beatles for $25. Our next Japanese auction is going to be something in this bin. How about John Coltrane, not John Train. John Coltrane. This is called Coltronology by John Crane. It's also a Japanese pressing. My Favorite Things, Blue Train, Naima, Impressions, all in mono. Very clean Japanese vinyl. Also a $35 start. Very clean. Don't get a lot of jazz stuff in like this too often. There's the Japanese insert. There's the cover. No obi. In mono. It does have a couple foxing spots. Overall, though, very nice. John Coltrane's a $35 start. Michael Weil, you're outbid on Miles Davis. Brent has it for $40. That's now going once. Going twice on that. Next is the Quota, Red Garland. The Quota is $19.99. Earl Bostic, all his hits, 14 hits by Earl Bostic, $14.99. Leaders of the Pack, Volume 1. Great compilation there. Shangri-La's is the first track, $9.99. Michael's at $45 on Miles. Fred's at $35 on Train. The London Symphony Orchestra, Classic Rock, Volume 1. They're doing Bohemian Rhapsody, I'm Not in Love, Nights in White Satin, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, $9.99. Speaking of Days of Future Past, here is the Moody Blues, Days of Future Past. Very clean copy, $19.99. Brent, you are second on John Coltrane at $35. Fred was in first. And Michael Wiles, the high bidder on Miles Davis for $45. Olay ELO, a fantastic Electric Light Orchestra compilation. That is $19.99. Rich Shockley wants the Chicago's Greatest Hits from earlier. That is sold to Rich Shockley. Jeff McMaster wants the Classical Rock. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. And we have Bob Welch, the other one. Bob Welch is in shrink wrap, $9.99. Brian Adams, Cuts Like a Knife, $19.99. Brian Adams, Cuts Like a Knife. And Leonard Skinner's Second Helping, MCA Sky Rainbow label. Very clean looking copy, $34.99. Linda Ronstadt's Greatest Hits Volume 2, $9.99. And Disco, what disco is it? Right here, right now, SSO featuring Doug Lucas and the Sugar Sisters. That is sealed from 1977, $19.99. Brent's the new high bidder on both auctions again. He's at $40 on Train and $42 on Miles Davis. Christopher Morris wants Brian Adams, and Jetstream wants the Linda Ronstadt. Those are both sold. Both sold there. Joe Jackson's Jumpin' Jive is $19.99. And we have Herb Albert Beyond. Herb Albert is $12.99. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. There he is. This is sealed. It's never been opened. $29.99. I'm going to mute my mic for 1 second. I feel better. I've got Miles at 45. Let's see here. Michael, yes, Michael is the high bidder at 45. Michael Weil is the high bidder on Miles Davis at 45. Michael's at 45 on Miles. So Brent, you're out on that. Now he's at 47. Jetstream wants the Herb Albert. That's sold to Jetstream. And we have Kansas Leftoverture. Carry On My Wayward Son. Original label. Kansas is $19.99. Jefferson Starship Gold. Jefferson Starship Gold. Shrink wrap and hop sticker. That has the bonus single with it too. Shrink wrap, hop sticker, and the bonus 45 single is included. It's in here, $29.99. I just can't see it. Miles is at 50 with Michael Weil. Rich Shockley wants Kansas. How much was Man in the last crate? Man. Who was Man? Alabama, Mountain Music. Alabama is $9.99. John Lennon, Double Fantasy is $24.99. Chicago 10 is $9.99. Chicago 10. Michael Jackson, Farewell My Summer Love. Michael Jackson's $24.99, and Bryan Adams, Reckless, is $19.99. We need to do a final call on John Coltrane. If you're done bidding, let me know, because Brent Robley has this for $40. Yep, that means Fred Carnell, you're out. So $40, final call. Miles Davis is now at 55. Eddie Pasir wants Alabama. That's sold to Eddie Pasir. Dan Fogelberg Phoenix is $9.99. Styx, The Grand Illusion. Styx feels very odd. That's because it's a Holland pressing with the poster. Very clean Holland press with poster. $29.99 on Styx. The Best of Styx is $24.99. And Molly Hatchet, No Guts, No Glory, sealed. 1983 sealed copy, $29.99. 1983 sealed copy. We also have Blackfoot, Vertical Smiles. That's also sealed. It's a cutout for $29.99. And Crawler is $24.99. $24.99. Rick Springfield, Wait for the Night. Rick Springfield is $12.99. Michael's out on Miles Davis. Mike Anderson wants Reckless. Reckless was Bryan Adams. That's sold to Mike Anderson. And Coltrane is sold to Brent Robley. Coltrane is sold to Brent Robley for $40. Michael Wiles out on Miles Davis, and that means Brent Robley has that for $55, and that's a final call. And next claim was Greg Preston and Bryan Adams, and Jordan Vernoy says he wants the best of sticks. Jeff, I have already sold Coltrane. That is already sold. That was going twice, going 3 times already. The Fabulous Thunderbirds, Tough Enough, and yes, it was in mono though. Fabulous Thunderbirds was $17.99. Bobby McFerrin, Spontaneous Inventions is $14.99. Linda Ronstadt, Prisoner in Disguise is $9.99. And Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, it's in shrink wrap. It's a 7-digit reissue or a 5-digit reissue, $39.99. Also has the track listing sticker on the back. Very cool. Very cool, $39.99. Matt, yeah, the Moody Blues is the only Japanese auction that has not sold yet. So we'll go ahead and sell that to Matt Biggs for $35. And this is the only Japanese single that has not sold. This is Steppenwolf Suki Suki. $20 buy it now on that. $20 buy it now on that. Okay, Miles Davis is sold, and this is sold Tanner to Brent Robley, also to Brent Robley for $55. And let's please set that one aside for a second. That is sold to Brent Robley. Wow, Crosby, Stills, and Nash shrink wrap and the track listing hype sticker. This crate is definitely worth going through again because there's some great titles, and I can definitely see some. I definitely see some stuff that is left that is should be claimed. So here we go. We have new auctions to put up. Let me do that first. I got some U.S. stuff over here. Let me do some U.S. stuff first before we get back into our Japanese stuff. Also, my laptop's been over here, and I have not finished this that I wanted to. Let me take this off for a second. No button. Let's see here. Yep, and we need to run that for. Let me do this right quick. Okay, so first we have a couple new U.S. auctions here. We have Whitesnake Slided In. This is going to be a $30 start. Whitesnake Slided In, very nice looking USOG copy with the original inner sleeve. Got a little bit of metal here for you, David Coverdale and Whitesnake. Very clean looking U.S. copy for a $30 start. Whitesnake Slided In, and an Alice Cooper. Wow. Oh, wow. You get a pair of very, let me check the condition on the vinyl. John didn't put condition notes. I think he meant to, though. Well, actually, it's pretty nice. I guess he's assuming it's more on the EX side. This is Alice Cooper Schools Out. He didn't put in condition notes on it, but I'm going to call it EX just to be conservative. $35 start. $35 start. Alice Cooper Schools Out. $35 start on that. And these, it has the pair of panties with it. It has the pair of blue panties. There they are. Blue panties. I don't like touching those too much. Alice Cooper Schools Out. That's a $35 start. Original desk cover that popped out. And Whitesnake is a $30 start. Back up to the top. Denise Harrison wanted Linda Ronstadt. This is sold to Denise Harrison. And Michael Hickson wants Journey Evolution. That was one of the first records right here in the bin, right? Journey Evolution. That is right here. That is sold to Michael Hickson. Do you ever get Bryan Adams Waking Up the Neighbors in? This is something you can order. Mark Strobes, we will make a note of that. Bryan Adams Waking Up the Neighbors. I will check on that. I think I can. Alice Cooper 35 and Alice Cooper 50. Whitesnake's a $30 start. Here's what's left in this bin very quickly. Alabama Southern Stars, $9.99. The Mamas and Papas. This is You Can Believe Your Eyes and Ears, $19.99. I don't think he was one of those panties. I wouldn't put it past somebody in the 70s putting those on. You never know. You never know. BG's Odessa, $24.99. The Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer, $14.99. Alabama, $9.99. 2 Alabama still in there. The Dr. Martin Luther King picture disc, $24.99. Rick Springfield Living in Oz was $14.99. Paul Simon Graceland is $29.99. Julian Lennon Valat is $14.99. Graham Central Station, $19.99. Brownsville Station is a Holland Press Motor City Connection, $24.99. Red Garland, the Quota. I think somebody was asking about this earlier. Red Garland, the Quota, $19.99. What are you saying about the 70s? I'm saying the 70s, if there was a pair of panties in a record with what was going on in the 70s, it wouldn't surprise me if somebody tried those on at some point. Earl Bostic, $14.99. David Hoy does want the Red Garland. And we have Leaders of the Pack Volume 1 compilation, $9.99. The high bid is actually already $50 on Alice Cooper. No bid yet on Whitesnake. We're looking for a $30 start. We have Sarah wants the Alabama Southern Star. That's sold to Sarah Long. She was first on that. There's the classic and highly recommended Moody Blues, $19.99. Olay ELO, $19.99. My Ma Bell, can't get it out of my head. Evil Woman, Strange Magic Showdown. That is $19.99. I used to call it O-E-L-O. That's actually Olay. Bob Welch, the other one. Bob Welch is $9.99. Matt Biggs gets the Moody Blues. Can't go wrong there. Sell that to Matt Biggs. Condition on Alice Cooper. VG Plus or better cover. VG Plus to EX vinyl. It has a pair of blue panties with it. Leonard Skinner. Surprised no one's got this. It's a third label, MCA press. Very clean vinyl though. Second helping. Leonard Skinner, $34.99. This was sealed, disco 12-inch single, SSO, right here, right now. That was sealed, $19.99. Joe Jackson is $19.99. Jumpin' Jive. The JFK record that was sealed is $19.99. And really surprised this is here because it's actually complete. Shrink wrap, hop sticker, price tag, and it has the bonus 45 single, $29.99, Jefferson Starship. High bid on Alice Cooper is $55. I think a few people's behind. $55 on that. And Whitesnake is a $30 start. Looking for a $30 start on Whitesnake. John Lennon, Double Fantasy, $24.99 on John Lennon. Chicago is still available for $9.99. Now, the other night, this had a poster in it, and we didn't even mention it, and it was still $10. It has the lyric insert. I'm not seeing a poster, but it has the original inner sleeve, and the vinyl's clean. That's Chicago, $9.99. Michael Jackson, Farewell My Summer Love, $24.99. Dan Fogelberg was $9.99. Here's another one with a poster. Styx, The Grand Illusion with poster, $29.99. Molly Hatchet, No Guts, No Glory. That was sealed for $30. So was Blackfoot. It was sealed. Crawler was $24.99. Rick Springfield was $12.99. The Fabulous Thunderbirds was $17.99. Bobby McFerrin, and this is really cool, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. It has the hop sticker track listing on the back in shrink wrap, $39.99. Chris Wood Sr.'s at $30 on Whitesnake. Rich Krulak wants the Grand Illusion. Michael Nath was second. Final call, Alice Cooper's at $55 with Brent Ribley, and Whitesnake's at $30 with Chris Wood Sr. Final call on that. I have another crate of new vintage arrivals, and then I've got 4 crates of on-sale vinyl. I hope y'all are ready. If you missed it earlier tonight, do we have the Devo figure still handy, Tanner? Because we might have a waiting list on that. I got 3 new really cool action figures in. We have Dee Snider from Twisted Sister. They're on by the Reaction brand, Super 7. They look like vintage action figures. Very cool, very well made, $24.99. There's Dee Snider. I got Ronnie James Dio. Dee Snider comes with a bloody bone. Dio comes with a microphone. I thought that was really cool. Ronnie James Dio. And here is Devo. Devo. He has his whip and what is that, a bowl of whipped cream? And this is Mark. Somebody help me with that name again. Mothersbaugh. Mothersbaugh. So I didn't really plan these to be rhyming like this, but there's D, D-O, and Devo. Devo, D-O, and D. And Brandon Jackson wants one of each. Now, we're sold out of Devos. We already sold both of those, so the Devo will be a waiting list. We'll take a waiting list for Devo. I know I can get more. And then D-O and D, Devo and D are available for tonight, $24.99. So Brent, if you're okay with a waiting list for Devo, Brent was next. Brandon Jackson also wants on the waiting list, but we can give him a D and a Dio. Let's give him a D and a Dio. So I got one D and one Dio left, and now there's a waiting list. 2 people's already on it for Devo. Okay, time for the next crate of new vintage arrivals. Let me take a quick peek because I have not got to look at these yet. Uh-oh, there's that Bond record again. This is better than the one I kept the last time. I'm going to have to swap those out. Oh my gosh. So great show still left for tonight. We've got new arrivals. We've got great new vinyl to recap if you missed it earlier tonight. And then on sale stuff for the rest of the night. And I've actually got crates made with like blowout prices. I've got crates made for like blowout prices. So, okay, back up to the top. Let me see where I left off. White Snake, new bid 33. White Snake 32. White Snake 35. Alice Cooper 56. White Snake 36. Alice Cooper 57, and yes, that was a Ronnie James Dio action figure, $24.99. Still got 2 auctions going, then I'll get back to our Japanese stuff. I still got more Japanese Obies. I still got Japanese jazz stuff, and those are $24.99, the action figures. Don McLean, self-titled. These are new vintage arrivals. Priced is marked $9.99. Before it gets much later, I meant to do this at 8 o'clock. It's already 8:45. I have posted some incredible pre-orders. I've still got like 10 more to post. These are all new pre-orders from Rocktober. Let me run through this. Make sure you're in our group, Whole Lot of Records. We will share the link right now. Also, there's the collection we bought today. Incredible stuff. Talking Heads, Little Creatures, blue vinyl. Bad Company, Greatest Hits, 10 from 6, clear vinyl. New Grateful Dead Live, Madison Square Garden, box set. Talking Heads on red vinyl. Buffalo Springfield in mono on clear vinyl. Fleetwood Mac, blue vinyl. A new Yes compilation. This is new. Never been released before. Yes singles on splatter vinyl. I'm going to definitely be getting one of those. Finally, Bad Company. Bad Company on clear vinyl. It's been a long time since that's been reissued. Talking Heads on purple vinyl. And Mad Season by Matchbox 20. Matchbox 20 is the band, of course. Mad Season, name of that. First time on vinyl, and that has a couple of their big hits on it, blue vinyl. That's on blue vinyl. And then a long time ago, I posted the Stone Temple Pilots, and it's way down there, but it's also being released for Rocktober, and that's going to be on blue vinyl. I've got like 10 more to post. ZZ Top's Greatest Hits, The Cars' Greatest Hits, all on colored vinyl from Rocktober, and those are usually very well made. John Locke Ponte, Cosmic Messenger, $9.99. Megan McDonough in the Megan Manor. Wow, the back of the cover looks just like the front of the cover. $19.99. Megan McDonough, $19.99. We also have Deep Purple, The Book of Taliesin. This is $34.99. And this is Deep Purple, The Book of Taliesin, $34.99. There's the list of Rocktobers. Thank you, Craig. Yeah, the band Last Waltz, Van Morrison, Foreigner, self-titled. All these are on colored vinyl too, except for a couple. I think the box sets are the only one not on colored vinyl. Rick Springfield is $14.99. I will have all those here for pre-order. Showdown, Albert Collins, Robert Cray, and Johnny Copeland. Wow. Showdown's $19.99, and Joe Walsh recorded live is $19.99. Let's do a final call on White Snake. White Snake is at 36 with Greg Preston. That's going twice, going 3 times. And we have a new bid on Alice Cooper. Jeff McMaster's at 60. Jeff McMaster's at 60. Brent Robley wants the Showdown record. And Jetstream was second. Alice Cooper's at 65 and White Snake's at 37. So new bids on both of our auctions. All those titles that I just announced are Rocktober. Rocktober, which means they're all going to come out in October. Most of them come out that first week on the 6th. I think everything I've posted comes out that first week on the 6th. So all those are available in our group. They're all pinned at the top if you want to pre-order anything. Styx, Cornerstone, with the poster. Wow, another Styx record with a poster. $24.99 for Styx Cornerstone. Styx Kilroy was here in shrink wrap with the original inner sleeve. Back-to-back Styx. That one's in shrink wrap. Alice Cooper's at 79. White Snake's at 37. Foreigner is in shrink wrap. $19.99 for Foreigner Double Vision. And this is a German pressing. That's actually German on Double Vision. $19.99 on that. Styx and Foreigner. Journey Departure. Journey's Departure is $19.99. New bid on White Snake at 38. The best of Dave Mason, $9.99. The best of Dave Mason, $9.99. Also, Denise put FM question mark. FM question mark. What was FM? The nylons, one size fits all, $9.99. The nylons fits all, one size fits all. Hot tuna, the phosphorant rat. Hot tuna is $9.99. Jetstream wants the best of Dave Mason. Jeff, you're outbid on White Snake. And now Greg's outbid on White Snake. John Leal's the high bidder at $39. High bid on Alice Cooper is $79, now $80. Brent Robley's at $80. So, Jeff, you're outbid on both, and Greg, you're outbid as well on Whitesnake. Hourglass, this is the Allman Brothers. Dwayne and Greg Allman was an Hourglass. That's a 2LP compilation, $29.99. Jeff's out on Whitesnake, but he's back in on Alice Cooper at $81. We have 22 hits from the incomparable Love and Spoonful. Love and Spoonful hits compilation, $19.99. The Deadly Nightshade. The Deadly Nightshade, F and W, $9.99 on that. Cool and the Gang has one. Cool and the Gang is $14.99, and Greg Lake, from the first solo album of Greg Lake, formerly of Emerson, Lake and Palmer, that is $16.99. Redbone, Wavoka. Redbone is a 1974 Santa Maria press for $74.99. $74.99 on Redbone, Wavoka. Does that have Come and Get Your Love? It does. Come and Get Your Love, Redbone. Whitesnake is a final call. Greg and Jeff's both out. John Leal has that for $39. And Brent, you're out on Alice Cooper. Jeff has that for $81. Blue Panties, EX vinyl approximately, EX vinyl, and a VG Plus cover does have some blue panties with it. Gilder or Glider. Glider is $9.99. We also have Richie Havens Portfolio, $19.99. Johnny Guitar Watson, ain't that a BTICH? Johnny Guitar Watson, $19.99, and Albert Collins, Ice Picking. Back-to-back guitarists there, blues guitarists. Johnny Guitar and Albert Collins. The Redbone was $74.99. Very, very clean copy of Wavoka, $74.99. Stephen Young wants Greg Lake, and he put JW. I also think he wants Johnny Guitar Watson. And wow, there's some incomplete comments there. I'll let everybody fix their autocorrects. Let me go first, grab a bottle of water, because I have already consumed my Diet Mountain Dew, and now I'm ready for some ice-cold Dasani recycled water. Carol Puckett asked, what? The grade on the panties? Slightly used. Slightly used. Yeah, let me mute my mic for 1 second. I'm back. Okay. I think Stephen A. Young definitely wants Greg Lake. And then he put JW. He put Greg, Gianna Faith, Lake, JW. He accidentally tagged somebody there. But at the end of that comment, he had a JW. And I think that was for Johnny Guitar Watson. Maybe not. So Stephen A. Young, I've got you down for Greg Lake. And then let me know if you want Johnny Guitar Watson, okay? After that, Jeff McMaster put Bit H, and that means he wants the Johnny Guitar Watson. That is, ain't that a BITCH? That is possibly still available. It's $19.99. Never mind. Steven does want both of those. Let's go ahead and sell John Leal, the Whitesnake, for $39. There's a lot of activity in the feed right now. Alice, new bidder, Scott Williams is at 82. Jeff is at 85. Next is, I think we're good. We're caught up. Last record I showed was Albert Collins, Ice Picking, $24.99. What do we have here? Coldplay, $39.99, 2015 180 gram Coldplay in some kind of slipcase. Coldplay is X and Y. Coldplay X and Y. Coldplay. $39.99. That is sold to Craig Ruth. That's sold to Craig Ruth. Next is Spooky Tooth. You broke my heart, so I busted your jaw. $19.99. Joe Cocker, Luxury You Can Afford. Joe Cocker is $19.99. And Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson, Say. MJ and PM. $14.99. The high bid on the Alice Cooper Schools Out Jeff McMaster's at 85. So now it's between Scott Williams and Jeff McMaster. Scott Williams, if you're out, please let me know. John Lill gets Say. And we have Pete Townsend, Empty Glass. This does have Let My Love Open the Door. Pete Townsend's $14.99. And The Who, It's Hard. The Who, It's Hard is $19.99. Here's our next Japanese auction. We still got an entire crate over here. This is Charles Mingus live with Eric Dolphy. Charles Mingus, Ted Curson, Eric Dolphy, Booker Irvin, and Danny Richmond. This is another Japanese pressing on the BYG Records label. Very clean Japanese vinyl. $35 start on this. This is Charles Mingus live with Eric Dolphy. $35 start. There's the Japanese insert. Here is the cover. Let me show it to you. Actually, is it in a resealable bag? I think it's in a resealable bag. Let me see if I can get it out of this. It's going to look a lot better if I can. Let's see here. Actually, I don't know if I can or not. Oh, I see what they've done. They've done the thing Fred Goodwin used to do. They've like shrink wrapped it. They've like shrink wrapped it in a sleeve, which means you can remove this, and it's going to be very nice when you do, but they've taped the sleeve on the inside of the cover, which if you take a razor blade and you trim right there, it's actually, you can take all this off, and it's probably going to be, it's going to be very, very nice. So that's a $35 start. That's Charles Mingus live. The vinyl's near mint minus, and after you take the plastic off the sleeve, which we can try to do it for you if you want us to, $35 start on that. $35 start on that. I'm out. Missed the original info on it. Okay, I'll show it one more time as I normally do for a final call. This is Alice Cooper, School's Out, OG Press. High bid is $85. VG Plus cover. There's a pair of blue panties. We also have the vinyl, which is VG Plus to EX condition. Jeff has that for $85, and it's a final call. The Who is $19.99. We also have some death metal. This is Epitaph, the Flesh Crawl Tapes, $91.92, $24.99. Epitaph, the Flesh Crawl Tapes. Was there an Alan Collins? There's an Albert Collins. Albert Collins Ice Pickin' is $24.99. Andy Gibbs Greatest Hits, $9.99. The Temptations Puzzle People. The Temptations is $14.99. Johnny Nash, I Can See Clearly Now. The Rain Is Gone, $9.99. Crosby and Nash is $19.99. Crosby and Nash, Oregon, Distant Hills, that's in shrink wrap for $14.99. The Nylons, Seamless, the Nylons, $9.99. The Best of the Lovin' Spoonful, $12.99. I don't know if I've seen that one too many times. Andy Gibb is sold to Michael Hickson. And this is Dave Davies Glamour. Dave Davies Glamour, $9.99. $9.99. Dave Davies Glamour. Outside Inside, the Tubes is $19.99, and that is in shrink wrap. Outside Inside, the Tubes, $19.99. All right, let's make Charles Mingus a $35 buy it now. This is live with Eric Dolphy, Japanese pressing. If anybody wants it, $35 buy it now. And Alice Cooper is sold. But let me clarify for Jeff McMaster. This is sold to Jeff for $85. The vinyl is EX. That's going to be my final decision on the grade. Yeah, it's going to be EX. It's actually really, it's kind of got some scuffs. John don't have any condition notes on it, which I thought it did when I first looked at it. But he's cleaned it, and it's actually really nice. So, but yeah, Tanner says we can play test it for sure. But John didn't have any condition notes on it. When I first looked at it, of course, it's how it was originally packaged with the panties over it. I thought it was going to be a VG Plus record, but it actually ended up being very nice. As you can see, there's not a lot of marks on it. So, yes, it's EX. I think you'll be very happy with it. Tanner, I'll let you take care of the panties and everything else. That is sold to Jeff McMaster. Okay, next is UFO, Strangers of the Night, $44.99. Very clean copy. Charles Mingus was a $35 buy now. Surprisingly, no takers on that. I've got another Charles Mingus, and I've got a Journey record up for bid. Both of these are going to be, well, let me take a look at the Journey first. This is Journey Frontiers. Journey Frontiers. This is going to be this one I think is very nice. It is. This is a very nice, near mint minus and pristine Japanese pressing. $45 start. $45 start. There is the Japanese insert. There's the Japanese lyric insert. And this is in shrink wrap with obi. Perfect copy. Shrink wrap and obi. Journey is a $45 start. This is the best of Charles Mingus. The best of Charles Mingus. And this is also a $35 start. Beautiful vinyl on this. Absolutely beautiful vinyl on this. $35 start. That's Atlantic, two-tone Japanese label. $45 on Journey, $35 on Charles Mingus. Gatefold, there is some discoloration a little bit at the top. Nice glossy cover. Nothing really on the front or back. And that's a $35 start. Okay, so $45 on Journey, $35 on Charles Mingus. David said he'd give $27 for the Charles Mingus that didn't sell. Right now, everything is buy it now price, but later tonight, if no one's bought it, then David, I will talk to you. Especially if we sell everything and I have what's left, we can talk then. Judas Priest Live is $39.99. $39.99. Ellington 66. Duke Ellington is $14.99. This is the tricolor Steamboat label. Duke Ellington is $14.99. Also, Collaboration, the Modern Jazz Quartet, $19.99. And An Evening with Harry Belafonte and Morscory. I think that's how you say that. That's in shrink wrap for $9.99. Jetstream wants the Duke Ellington. So up for bid is a Journey Frontiers. It's in shrink wrap with obi. Very nice copy, $45. It has the inserts, pristine vinyl, and the best of Charles Mingus. This is a $35 start. That is a Japanese pressing, no obi. And yes, Japanese jazz are very tough to find with obis. They're exponentially more. That John Coltrane earlier that you got for $65, Ryan, I thought that would bring well over $100. Same thing with this. If it had an obi, it would add $30, $40 to the value. That little strip of paper is almost worth half of the price for a Japanese pressing. That little piece of paper can add $30, $40, sometimes as much as $100 to the price. Do not take off your obies. Leave them on there and make sure you don't rip them. Here's what's left in this bin. Don McLean, Jean-Luc Ponty, Megan McDonough, Deep Purple, Rick Springfield, Joe Walsh, Sticks with posters, Sticks and shrink wrap, Foreigner, Double Vision, Journey, The Nylons, Hot Tuna. I have the Mick Vicar soundtrack, Hourglass with the Allman Brothers, The Lovin' Spoonful, The Deadly Nightshade, Cool and the Gang, Redbone, Glider, Richie Havens, Albert Collins, Spooky Tooth, Joe Cocker, The Who, Pete Townsend, Epitaph, Temptations, Johnny Nash, Oregon, Crosby and Nash, The Nylons, The Lovin' Spoonful, Dave Davies, The Tubes, UFO, Judas Priest, Modern Jazz Quartet, and Harry Belafonte. Wow, UFO and Judas Priest still left. Final call to bid on these auctions before I make them buy it nows, and we're going to go ahead and go through some of our on-sale titles. Let me do that right now. First, let me do some crate condensing so I know what to go back through in the right order for later in the show. There's crate number 1. That's this crate and the last crate that we just went through. I'll probably go through some of these at some point. After we go through all the on-sale crates for tonight, I'll probably go back through all the vintage stuff that didn't sell tonight, and I'll offer some of it as buy it now best offers. There's one crate. I can condense this with this other crate, it looks like. The first crate we sold a lot out of. Not much left in it, but I'll condense that. That was our check condition bin. Check condition titles usually sell right off the bat. And then what don't, they normally get wiped out when they're on sale. So first, let me do a quick recap before it gets much later of the new vinyl from tonight. Let's make these buy it nows. Journey Frontiers is a $45 buy it now, and the best of Charles Mingus is a $35 buy it now. Those are available if anybody wants to grab them, and we'll go ahead and start our next auctions. I got another Moody Blues, and I have an Eagles, the long run. Very cool Japanese auctions here. So let me pull these out. We have Eagles, the long run, and the Moody Blues. So Charles Mingus was a $35 buy it now, and Journey was a $45 buy it now. I bet if they don't sell now, they will be gone before the end of the night. The Moody Blues. Every good boy deserves favor. Like I said earlier, very, very nice Moody Blues records here. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. It has the Japanese insert, and these covers are amazing. With obi, $35 start. Awesome artwork in the gatefold as well. That's also a $35 start. And we have the Eagles which the U.S. pressing of this is usually notorious for being a little beat. The vinyl is super nice. This is the Eagles, the long run. Near mint minus and pristine Japanese vinyl. There's the original inner sleeve. There's the cover with the obi. That's a $35 start. That's the Eagles, the long run. $35 start. And here's the new vinyl from the night. Very quickly, I'm just going to run through this one more time. Here's all the new vinyl that we got in from tonight. The Judas Priest from the last crate was Judas Priest Live. Let me show that to you. I can't believe no one bought it. Judas Priest Live is $39.99. It's about a VG or VG Plus cover. Extremely nice vinyl, though. No condition notes on the vinyl. Judas Priest was $39.99. Mark Querum's at $35 on the Eagles. And looking for $35 on the Moody Blues. In this crate, I have The Cure, A Night Like This, September 20th, 1985. New and sealed, $29.99. These are all new LPs. The Depeche Mode, or Depeche Mode, Some Great Reward, $31.99. Sublime was $39.99, 2 LP, new and sealed. Pussifer, Condition of My Parole, that was $39.99. Also, Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, $34.99. Music by Danny Elfman. Primus Pork Soda, $39.99. Michael Jackson Bad is $28.99. Rodriguez is $36.99. Whiskey Myers Mud, $28.99. That came back in stock. Also, Hootie and the Blowfish, that's on clear vinyl, $29.99. Kiss World, The Best of Kiss, $39.99. Metallica is $21.99. Pink Misunderstood is $34.99. And there's the Cody Jinks album. I'm going to go ahead and tag one for Wayne Carr. I don't know if he's watching, but I know he wanted one. There's the Adobe Sessions on gold vinyl, $33.99. I've got one left. Cynthia Herdron wants The Best of Kiss. Judas Priest is $39.99. Let's go ahead and sell Mark Querum, the Eagles, for $35. We'll sell that. I'll put that on top of Kiss, actually, the Wayne Carr. He's watching. He said, yes, please. Wayne, I wanted to make sure you didn't miss out on that because I know you've asked about it a few times. Let's see. The Eagles is a $35 bot now, and Moody Blues is a $35 bot now. Every good boy deserves favor. If anybody wants that, also a $35 bot now. I'm going to put it right over here. Also going to shut my laptop before it falls. Moody Blues is a $35 bot now. Mark Querum got the Eagles. And Ryan Adams, Heartbreaker, Deluxe Edition, that is $49.99. Judas Priest was $39.99. Cynthia got the Kiss record. I've got a couple more really cool 45s to show, and another really cool 12-inch single, which is Run DMC, Walk This Way. This is actually Japanese, and we have a 7-inch single of the Beatles' Helter Skelter and Got to Get You Into My Life. I've never seen this one before. A later shot there for sure of the Beatles. That's like 69, it looks like. This is a $25 start. Got to Get You in My Life. Beautiful vinyl, black Odeon, and Helter Skelter. 2 odd singles there. One from the White Album and one from Revolver. Has the Japanese insert with it. And this is a $25 start. This is the Beatles' Helter Skelter and Got to Get You into My Life. Also, we have Walk This Way, Run DMC. The 12-inch single, Japanese pressing, $25 start. Beautiful, pristine, near mint Japanese vinyl. And there is the cover, no obi with that. I don't know if it came with one. I'm assuming it did, but that's a $25 start as well. Christopher Morris is in on the Beatles at $25, and we're looking for a $25 start on Run DMC. We got bids on both. Back up to the top, we have Ryan Adams. I had Vince Gill, the Christmas Collection, $24.99. Bow Wow Wow, I Want Candy, $39.99. Bow Wow Wow, I Want Candy. The Cramps, Flame Job, $39.99. Also, this is the last copy of the Chris Robinson Brotherhood, Betty's Blends Volume 4, $96.99, new and sealed. The Super Super Blues album for $29.99. Yes, The Ladder, $39.99. Deep Purple, Slaves and Masters, $39.99. Dale Mark Blues Compilation, $28.99. Suicidal Tendencies is $39.99. We have Still Psycho After All These Years, Join the Army and the Art of Rebellion, Testament, Souls of Black, $39.99. The classic Big Chill soundtrack on clear vinyl, $26.99. That has I Heard It Through the Grapevine, Marvin Gaye, My Girl, The Temptations, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, A Wider Shade of Pale, Joy to the World, and Train, Drops of Jupiter, limited to 2000 on red and black vinyl, $39.99. Christopher is the only bidder right now on the Beatles. He's at $25. That's a final call. DMC's at $25.25, $26.30, $31, $35, $37, $40. Nick, Still Psycho is a music on vinyl press, $39.99. If there's anybody new watching, you see anything you want, let me know and we will sell it to you. might have been on the waiting list for the Delmark. You were. Waiting list for Delmark was Mark Lent. Mark, I've already got one pulled for you. If anybody else wants one, anything in here, let me know. I'm about to do some on-sale records. We have Train, Big Chill, Testament, Suicidal Tendencies, Delmark compilation, Deep Purple, Yes, Super Super Blues, Chris Robinson Brotherhood, The Cramps, Bow Wow Wow, Vince Gill, Ryan Adams, Cody Jinks, Pink, Metallica, Hootie, Whiskey Myers, Rodriguez, MJ, Primus, Nightmare, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Pussifer, Sublime, Depeche Mode, and The Cure. Edward Star Wars wants the Moody Blues, Every Good Boy Deserves Favor, Japanese pressing with Obi. That's $35, and that is sold to Edward Star Wars. Nick Frantinti says, I'll take a Stocko if available. If it is. Nick, if that's your first purchase with us, please make sure you message our page, which is CollectCo. We need your email address and mailing address. We do $7 unlimited shipping. That's anything you buy tonight, tomorrow. Yeah, tonight and tomorrow. We do 6 sales a week, $7 a week. That is sold to Nick. Also is Sean Drew, and he wants an Art of Rebellion by Suicidal Tendencies. And Sherry Darnell wants the Vince Gill Christmas album. That's sold to Sherry Darnell. Christopher Morris gets the Beatles for $25. And Run DMC, the high bid on Run DMC is Mark Fallon. He's at $42. He put the little running emojis. He's at $42. Everybody else is out on Run DMC. All right, let's go through some on-sale vinyl. Or let's go through, on-sale vinyl. On-sale vintage is what I meant to say. This is very easy. Everything in this bin is $9.99. Everything in this bin is $9.99. Some of them are $5 off. Some of them are $20 off. But everything in here is $9.99. New high bid on Run DMC is $43. I think Christopher Morris is waiting for more Beatles 45s. I've only got a couple more left. I like all these. And I got an Aerosmith let me do Aerosmith first, and then I've got another Beatles. But this Aerosmith is really cool. This is 2 great tracks, Back in the Saddle and Sick as a Dog, and it's pristine. Very, very nice. Hope our Aerosmith fans and collectors are watching. Japanese pressing, OG of Back in the Saddle. And the vinyl is pristine. It's beautiful. This is a $25 start. Aerosmith Back in the Saddle. It has the original inner sleeve. It has the picture sleeve, and this is something that you won't see every day. Only released in Japan with this sleeve. $25 start. That is really, really cool. There's already 3 bids on it. Run DMC's at $43. Mark is beating his couch cushions. Let me mute my mic for 1 second so I can take a drink of water. Very good. I might be ready for some Whataburger tonight. Alrighty. Everything in here is $9.99. Frampton comes alive. VG condition. VG condition, $9.99. Kim Carnes, shrink wrap with the Betty Davis Eyes Hype sticker, $9.99. Elvin Bishop, live, Raising Hell, no condition notes, pretty much half off at $9.99. Iron Butterfly, ball, half off at $9.99. Excuse me, I chugged the water too fast. Gordon Lightfoot, Shadows, in shrink wrap, $9.99 for Gordon Lightfoot. Introducing the Beatles, this is a bootleg press, $9.99. Introducing the Beatles, $9.99. Jason and the Scorchers, still standing, $9.99. Steppenwolf, Monster, $9.99. Steppenwolf, Monster. Steve Miller Band, Living in the USA, $9.99. Everything in this crate is $9.99. Great deals on everything in here. High bid on Run DMC is $43 with Jeff McMaster. Mark Fallon is out. Michael Nath is out. Run DMC, Walk This Way, Japanese 12-inch single, $43, final call. Aerosmith, Chris Wood Sr. was actually the first one to put a bid. Chris Wood Sr. bid $25. Brent Robley was second. Mark Lent bid $20. Mark Lent, Chris is at $25. Michael Hickson is first on Kim Carnes. Michael Hickson first on Kim Carnes. I bet he's mutes when he's talking trash about us. There's really no water. No, there's water. I'll show it to you. No, I don't mute to talk trash. I'll do that live. If I'm talking trash, you'll be able to hear me. I mute so you don't hear me like slurping water. Donnie Haney Band wants SNB. SNB was Steve Miller Band, but maybe he meant SMB. He did. That's so to Donnie Haney, $9.99. What Deep Purple was that? No Deep Purple. Next was Jetstream, second on Steve Miller Band. Aerosmith 26, Run DMC 44, Aerosmith 27, Aerosmith 30, and we have The Animals Greatest Hits Live, $9.99. Here's what's left so far on this bin. Everything's $9.99. The Animals, Steppenwolf, Jason and the Scorchers, The Beatles, Gordon Lightfoot, Iron Butterfly, Elvin Bishop, and Peter Frampton. Rod Wagner wants The Animals for $9.99. New high bidder on Run DMC is Brent Robley at $44. That means Jeff McMaster's outbid at $43. Jay Giles Band Sanctuary, $9.99. Sawyer Brown, Outgoing Catton. Sawyer Brown is $9.99. Shrink Wrap and Hop Sticker. APP, that's the Alan Parsons Project Eve, original inner sleeve, gatefold, very clean vinyl. The Ruthless People soundtrack, also in shrink wrap, $9.99. That's in shrink wrap, $9.99. And Golden Earring to the Hilt, Golden Earring, original MCA label, MCA inner sleeve, $9.99. And Tanner, by the way, these are all $9.99. Jetstream gets Alan Parsons Project. Brent's out on Aerosmith. The new high bid on Aerosmith is Chris Wood Sr. at $37. Japanese 7-inch single. Run DMC. Run DMC is at, this is a Japanese 12-inch single of Walk This Way. Mint. Japanese 12-inch single. High bid is $44. $44 on that. Show Ruthless again. Ruthless People is in shrink wrap with hop sticker. No. Well, it has a Chartbuster sticker, but it is in shrink wrap, near mint, $9.99. We have Catch Bullet 4, Cat Stevens. Uh-oh, Michael Nath caught me. $9.99. I don't know if I want to sell the Godfather 45. Let me take a closer look at it. I didn't mean to put that in the video. I was scrolling through those. This was kind of supposed to be for me, but man, oh my gosh. I don't know if I can sell. I'm pretty sure I have it. I don't think I have one in shrink wrap with a hop sticker. Plus, I haven't seen many 45s in shrink wrap with hop sticker. Let me think on that one. Also, there's a James Bond album in here that I don't think I was supposed to sell either. So I know it. If I put it up for sale, it's going to sell. So this has no obi. No, this is a Japanese press, no obi. Japanese press, no obi on this. Let's see. No, it's actually got 3-track. Walk This Way, written by S. Tyler and J. Perry. I think y'all have heard of those guys. Walk This Way, instrumental only, and My Adidas. My Adidas. So 3 tracks, 2 Walk This Ways, 1's instrumental, and My Adidas. Everything in this crate is $9.99. I figured these would be wiped out by now. There's great titles in here. We'll go through them again at the end. Neil Young, Time Fades Away. It also has the lyric insert, VG Condition, $9.99. Elton John, A Single Man, Gatefold. Very clean title, very clean record. $9.99, Elton John. Joni Mitchell, For the Roses. That's half off at $9.99. Joni Mitchell. And Traffic, Last Exit. There's Steve Winwood. Traffic with the original United Artist inner sleeve, $9.99. Jetstream wants Neil Young. These are all $9.99, Tanner. Chick Corea, Return to Forever, No Mystery. That's $9.99. Clint Howard put I Am. We'll figure out what he meant by that. And Jetstream was first to Traffic. Run DMC's at $50. We had a $45 bid, a $46 bid, and now a $50 bid. Let's do a Aerosmith final call. Aerosmith is at $37 with Chris Wood Sr. This is Back in the Saddle and Sick as a Dog. Beautiful copy. Original top from Rocks. $37. $37. Run DMC's at $50. Clint Howard wanted Joni Mitchell. Scott Drum, You Were Second to Traffic. Run DMC 52. Jack Suslack wants the Cat Stevens. Brent's out on Run DMC. John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, Tough All Over. That's also $9.99. Sugarloaf, Spaceship Earth. That's VG Plus, $9.99. Sugarloaf is in VG Plus condition. Gatefold cover. Jethro Tull, Storm Watch, half off at $9.99. And The Story of Heidi. That's a that's a Disney, not Japanese, more than half off at $9.99. Chris said, slam the hammer. I'm giving it a few more seconds for someone to outbid you. Peter Frampton is in shrink wrap with inner sleeve, $9.99. And The Best of Manfred Mann is half off at $9.99. Sell this to Chris Wood Sr. for $37. That is sold to Chris Wood Sr. for $37. Run DMC is at 52 with John Leal, and that's now a final call. Brent's out and Mark Fallon's out. John Leal, you have that for 52. Glenn Fry, the all-nighter, $9.99. The Beach Boys Live in London, that's a Holland Press, half off at $9.99. And Humble Pie Smokin'. Humble Pie was in VG Plus condition, $9.99. Okay, the Japanese continues with one of our last 45s of the night. And let's do one of the classic soundtracks that we always offer here. But first, let's do this Beatles, which is very, very cool. This is another one I've never had before. This is A Hard Day's Night. And yeah. Is this 3 tracks? What's going on here? Things We Said Today. Oh, yeah, okay. I thought maybe it was She Loves You. You know how they do yeah, and She Loves You. But this is A Hard Day's Night and Things We Said Today. Very cool. Very nice vinyl. $25 start. This is the Beatles. Things We Said Today and Hard Day's Night. $25 start. Has the sleeve. Has both sleeves. That is now up for bid. Okay, back up. Oh, let me go ahead and sell Run DMC. Forgot about that. Run DMC is sold to John Leal for $52. And now the very, very cool and very, very nice Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. Disco Inferno, The Tramps, all those Bee Gees songs. KC and the Sunshine Band. Near Mint and Pristine Japanese pressing for a $35 start. Jive Talking. Beautiful vinyl, $35 start. There is the Japanese insert. There's the cover with Obi, $35 start. That is very, very nice. Saturday Night Fever, $35 start on that. Okay, back up to the top. Jetstream wants Humble Pie for $9.99. Tawana Bennett gets the Sugarloaf for $9.99. The Beatles, Jeff was in at 25, then 25, then 27, then 36. Saturday Night Fever, 30, 35, 40, and 40. We have 10cc. I think it's actually a self-titled album. EX condition, $9.99 on UK Records. $9.99. Boz Scaggs, Silk Degrees, VG Plus condition, $9.99. After the Gold Rush, Neil Young, VG condition on this one. VG condition, $9.99. Look at Us, Sonny and Cher, with I Got You Babe hype sticker. $9. Actually, I think that's printed. Yeah, that hype sticker they actually printed on the cover. VG Plus condition. Sonny and Cher, $9.99. The Best of the Guess Who was a VG Plus for $9.99. The Best of the Guess Who, that's on the tan label. And Joe Walsh, So What, also VG Plus, $9.99. Saturday Night Fever was at 40, then it was at 50. Jack Hewitt wants the Boz Scaggs. That's so to Jack Hewitt. Saturday Night Fever 42, but we already had 50. Mike Locke, you were second on Boz Scaggs. Jetstream first on Sonny and Cher. And Christopher Morris first on Guess Who. Let's update the Beatles 45. We know we're at 50 on Saturday Night Fever. The Beatles 45 is at 30 with Christopher Morris. Mark Fallon and Jeff McMaster, you're out. Mark Fallon and Jeff McMaster, you're out. That is at $30 with Christopher Morris, going once, going twice. There's Saturday Night Fever. Peter Frampton, Premonition, Near Mint in shrink wrap, original inner sleeve, $9.99. The Beach Boys in concert, VG Plus, $9.99. What was the blues LP you had in the previous crate? That was the Delmark Blues compilation, and then we had Super Super Blues. I'll show you Super Super Blues first. This is Super Super Blues, Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, and Bo Diddley. It's on colored vinyl, 1967, new and sealed, $29.99. $29.99. Tawana Bennett wants the Joe Walsh record. That was So What. So did Tawana Bennett. We have A Journey Through the Past, a film by Neil Young soundtrack. VG Plus, $9.99. John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, Tough All Over, Shrink Wrap and Hop Sticker. Is there 2 of those in here? I think there's 2 of those in here. That's now $9.99. Huey Lewis and the News, Small World. That's $9.99. Pat Benatar, Precious Time, $9.99. Uriah Heep, High and Mighty. EX Condition, $9.99. Rich Shockley wants the Huey Lewis. Sell that to Rich Shockley. We also have Jay Giles, Love Stinks, $9.99. And 2 more, Belinda's and Shrink Wrap and Nuclear Animals, Start From an End. Those are both now $9.99. Carol Puckett, first to Uriah Heep. Saturday Night Fever is sold for $50 to Scott Drum. That's sold for Scott Drum for $50, and the Beatles is sold for $25. Those are both sold. We had a $33 offer on Judas Priest. David, I will sell that to you for a $2 bump if you'll take it for $35. All I'm going to do is just read the titles that's left in here for $9.99 before I go to our next crate. And before I do that, I'm going to start a couple new auctions. We have a Sex Pistols and a Christopher Cross. I think somebody asked about this earlier. Let me check this Sex Pistols, or actually, Tanner, if you can find that for me, that would be great. On there, I know what this one is. This is going to be a $35 start. This always sells when we have it instantly in the bin. This is a very high-quality Japanese pressing of Christopher Cross self-titled, which has Sailing and Ride Like the Wind. This is got the obi, it has the Japanese insert, and this is a $35 start. Christopher Cross, $35 start. That's now up for bid. Expect some activity on that one. They'll sound great. That's the one I have in my collection. I had a U.S. copy forever. I think I have one in shrink wrap with a Sailing hop sticker, but I know for sure I've got the Japanese pressing on that. Now, we also have a Sex Pistols. Never mind the bollocks. Here's the Sex Pistols. Japanese pressing, $55 start. $55 start. The Sex Pistols, never mind the bollocks. Beautiful Japanese wax. $55 start on that. No obi. No obi. These get very pricey. Sex Pistols get very pricey with obi Japanese versions. There's the insert. Super high quality. I mean, look at this jacket. If this was a U.S. pressing, we'd be like oohing and awing. We should be over this. Hopefully you are. If it had the obi, your mind would be blown. Very nice copy of the Sex Pistols, never mind the bollocks. That's a $55 start. Back up to the top, Gary Mudd says he'll go ahead and claim the Heidi record for $9.99. Beach Boys bundle. Everything in here is for sure $9.99 because most of them are already half off. These are on sale for $9.99. That is the on sale price for everything in here. David Polkey said he will take the Judas Priest for $35. Christopher Cross, $40, $50, $55, and Nick, I've already sold Judas Priest. Somebody asked before. Here's what's left for $9.99. Peter Frampton, Elvin Bishop Live, Iron Butterfly, Gordon Lightfoot, The Beatles, Jason and the Scorchers, Steppenwolf, Jay Giles, Sawyer Brown, Golden Earring, Elton John, The Ruthless soundtrack, Chick Corea, John Cafferty, Peter Frampton, Jethro Tull, Glenn Fry, Manfred Mann, The Beach Boys, 10cc, Neil Young, Peter Frampton, The Beach Boys, Neil Young, John Cafferty, Pat Benatar, Jay Giles, Nuclear Animals, and Belinda. Final call on Christopher Cross at $55, and we're looking for a $55 starting bid on the Sex Pistols. So final call on those. Final call. And let's do some $14.99 records. Actually, I got some $19.99 stuff in here too. Let me figure out where I need to do my sorting right here. Let's see. That's 19, that's 19, that's 19. We auctioned off one of these last night, but here it is in the $19.99 bin. Yep, 19 on all these. On that. That shouldn't be $19.99, but it is. Those shouldn't be $19.99, but they will be. We probably will auction that. That will be a great deal at $19.99. So will that. Let me pull a couple of these out. And I had some stuff in here I was going to auction, which are the ones I'm removing. Everything else are going to be great deals. And then when we get to Gordon Lightfoot, he's going to be $14.99. So this crate has some great titles. We're going to start with $19.99. $19.99. So these are all going to be $19.99, and then the rest of these are going to be $14.99. So whole crate here. If you know at this price point, they're going to be great, great titles. So first, I'll show the Bengals. The Bengals is $19.99 all over the place. The Bengals, original inner sleeve, $19.99. The Bengals all over the place, $19.99. Christopher Cross is at $60. Christopher Cross is at $62 and $65. The Sex Pistols is a buy it now for $55 if anybody wants it. Wow. $55 on this beautiful mint Japanese pressing of the Sex Pistols. Our next Japanese auction is going to be another LP out of the bin in here, which is a, what do we have here? John Coltrane. John Coltrane. This is Ballads. John Coltrane with McCoy Tyner, Jimmy Garrison, and Elvin Jones. This is going to be just a $35 start. $35 start. This is Ballads. John Coltrane, near mint minus and pristine. Beautiful Japanese vinyl. John Coltrane Ballads, $35 start. Great jazz album. There's the Japanese insert. No obi on this one. Gatefold. There is some tape residue on the inside, which is odd. I don't know what's up with that. Very nice outside cover. Strong spine. Impulse label. $35 start, or Impulse title. I never liked Christopher Cross. I gave my copy to Goodwill. What? Christopher Cross is a legend. Ride Like the Wind? Stacy, you should have played it one more time and it would have changed your mind. Belinda is sold to Darren Wortman. Tanner, that's $9.99. Christopher Cross is at $62, $65, $68. Joe Maynard is going to grab the Sex Pistols album for $55. This is sold to Joe Maynard for $55. Let's see here. Yep, Joe Maynard was first on that. Thomas, you were second. And then the first out of this bin is the Bengals to Craig Ruth. And Tanner, this officially starts $19.99. The Bengals is sold to Craig Ruth. Christopher Cross is now at $72. We have Dire Straits Communique. These are all $19.99. Dire Straits Communique, $19.99, has the original inner sleeve. $19.99. Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits. This is just $19.99. Reprise label, of course, very clean vinyl. About EX Plus to near mint minus. Probably EX Plus. $19.99. The Who's Quadrophenia soundtrack is $19.99. Original motion picture soundtrack from the film Quadrophenia, $19.99. Paul Diamond, whoa, Dire Straits guitarist. Mark Knopfler died today? Are you kidding me? I must have missed that. Paul Simon, Graceland, $19.99. Paul Simon, Graceland, $19.99. Beautiful copy with the original inner sleeve. That is $19.99. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Four-Way Street, $19.99 for Four-Way Street. A great live Crosby, Stills, and Nash album, 2LP, $19.99. Christopher Cross is at $72. Scott Drum was at $70, and I think they're still bidding. No, Scott Drum says he's out. Michael Hickson has Christopher Cross for $72. Brent, the Sex Pistols, is sold. Scott Drum wants the Who for $19.99. And we have Eric Burden Declares War, $19.99. Eric Burden Declares War. This has the hop sticker on it that says Eric Burden Declares War. MGM, $19.99. Okay, Jack, Sonny. Sean, you scared me there for a second. I was like, man, I missed some major rock and roll news today if I've slept through that. Wow, that would be wild. No disrespect to the other guy, but Eric Burden is sold to Mark Fallon. Sorry, I can't get enough water tonight. I'm like a sponge over here. I've went through like 2 bottles and a gigantic Diet Mountain Dew. Lou Reed, Sally Can't Dance, $19.99 on Lou Reed, Sally Can't Dance, and Alice Cooper, Special Forces. Very great titles in here for $19.99. Alice Cooper, Special Forces, $19.99. And Bob Dylan, Saved. Bob Dylan, Saved. This has got the original inner sleeve with it, $19.99. Bob Dylan, Saved. All right, Christopher Cross is sold for $72 to Michael Hickson. If anybody wants to John Coltrane, it's a $35 buy it now. John Coltrane is a $35 buy it now. $35 buy it now on John Coltrane if anybody wants that. Let's see if there's anybody on standby. Very nice jazz record there, especially for the title and the quality. Before I put up anything new, let me remind you of what didn't sell. Here's what has not sold tonight. And the last claim, make sure I don't lose my spot, was Eric Burden and Mark Fallon for $19.99. John Coltrane is sold to Thomas Hujar for $35. And here's what's left that has not sold tonight. The Best of Charles Mingus, $35 buy it now. The Best of Charles Mingus on Atlantic, that's a $35 buy it now. A $45 buy it now for Journey Frontiers, Mint, Shrink Wrap, and Obi. That's a $45 buy it now. And Charles Mingus Live with Eric Dolphy, that was a $35 buy it now. That's the only 3 auctions that have not sold tonight. And 35 on that, yes. And then 145, which was the Steppenwolf Suki Suki, Japanese pressing of that. That was a $20 buy it now. So far, that is all that is left. Right now, we're going through a bin of $19.99 stuff. This is a big discount on this. Terror, more than half off. One with the Underdogs, 2004 pressing on green vinyl, $19.99 on that. Hendrix condition is in EX condition, smash hits, $19.99. Brent Robley says he'll take the Mingus with Dolphy for a $35 buy it now. That's sold to Brent Robley for $35. Terror is sold to Sean Fairweather for $19.99. The Doors, Alive She Cried, $19.99. The Doors, Alive She Cried. Original inner sleeve, $19.99. Now, a lot of these are pretty recent titles. The reason we mark them down is I literally have to clean out bins to put out new records we put out. So we're constantly like trying to auction and sell stuff, and then we do these markdowns, and we're just constantly refreshing new records. We put out a lot of new stuff, and then we discount a lot of stuff too. We're going to be selling a lot tomorrow here in the store when we have a 20% off sale, both on new and vintage titles and box sets, and then we're going to have a bunch of dollar records too. Here's a couple more Japanese pressings. This is Stevie Wonder Twin Deluxe. Stevie Wonder Twin Deluxe. This is super, super nice. It's a great compilation too, Stevie Wonder. This is going to be just a $35 start. This is 2 LPs. There's one LP, there's the other LP, and this is a great track listing. Stevie Wonder Twin Deluxe. $35 start. It has the Obi cap on the top. The Obi cap is literally like a cap. You have to take it off so you can open the gatefold. That's how the Journey record is. As you can see, there is some discoloration in the gatefold. Lots of humidity spots on that. The vinyl's super nice. The vinyl does not match the condition of the humidity that we have here. But look at these tracks. I mean, it's like literally every Stevie Wonder hit song you can think of. This is a $35 start. This is Stevie Wonder Twin Deluxe. This is a $35 start. 2 LPs with Japanese insert. And I got another John Coltrane. This is John Coltrane, the other Village Vanguard tapes. The other Village Vanguard tapes. This is a $35 start. Very nice vinyl. This is also 2 LPs. This is near mint and pristine. There's one LP, there's the other. There's the Japanese insert and a really nice cover. John Coltrane, gatefold. Once again, a little bit of tape in the gatefold like the other and a little bit of humidity spots. But 2 LPs, Japanese John Coltrane, the other Village Vanguard tapes, $35 on that. Okay, back to the buy it nows. Sean Fairweather wants the Doors. Brian Case says he'll take the Hendrix for $19.99. Mike Anderson wants Alive. 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 And that was Alive She Cried. That was the Doors. So, Mike, you were second. Will you take 40 for the Mint Japanese Journey? What did I say? $45 start. Let's go ahead and roll that to Bryce Culver for $40. Sell that to Bryce for $40. Was that a Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young? It is. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, 4-Way Street. 2 LP live, $15 off for $19.99. $19.99. Looking for $35 starts on these. Can we get 20% off box sets tonight? You can get 20% off box sets if you come in the store tomorrow. If you come in the store tomorrow, you can buy anything in the store for 20% off. Jetstream says he'll take the Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Now, you're obviously interested in a box set, so let me know which one you're interested in. And if you're interested in one, I'll tell you my best price. I doubt I can do 20% off, But if you're interested in one, let me know. Supertramp, even in the quietest of moments. I'm not saying I won't cut a deal on some box sets tonight, because I will. We'll wipe out the whole wall. So this is got the original inner sleeve, $19.99. Darren Davis is at $35 on Stevie Wonder. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Long After Dark, VG Plus condition, $19.99. VG Plus on the vinyl, original inner sleeve, $19.99. Should I bring the COVID with me? I would not like that, but I don't know, maybe like pull in the parking lot and then call Ed and he can ring you up and bring it outside to your car or something. So, you know, that's always a possibility. So we can do something for you. Darren Davis is at $35 on Stevie Wonder. Do you still have Led Zeppelin and BBC? I do not. We're sold out of that. I've got mothership copies, though, that I would consider discounting. Mark Fallon is getting the Tom Petty for $19.99. Jeffrey DeLong gets Supertramp for $19.99. Mike Anderson, you were second on Tom Petty. And we have Boston, Don't Look Back. VG Plus condition, Boston, Don't Look Back, orange, Epic label, $19.99. Surfing Safari, the Beach Boys. This is actually sealed. It's a 1980 pressing. It has a punch hole. It's in mono, though. It's a capital reissue, but it's mono, sealed from 1980. The Beach Boys, $19.99. We also have a sealed copy of Asia Alpha, sealed for just $19.99. Final call on Stevie Wonder. Rudder Butter has this for $36. And let's go ahead and make the John Coltrane a buy it now. $35. Some great Japanese stuff going out tonight. A lot of it doesn't have obies, but they're very nice copies. John Coltrane is a $35 buy it now. One of the more prolific jazz all-stars, Coltrane. That's sold to Thomas Hujar for $35. I like selling one. That means we can start another. I've got one of my favorite albums here with an obie, and I hadn't really got to figure out what I want to price it for next. Tanner, do you still have the sheet there? Let me take a quick look at this one. I don't think I've ever had this with an obie. I think I have an obieless one in my collection. I'm going to go ahead and let this one ride tonight, though. I'm looking for, there it is. This is going to be, I had 55 in mind, but I'll do 45. $45 start on Deja Vu. The first thing I want to show you is the vinyl, because I've already looked at it and it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. This is Deja Vu, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. It has the obie, $45 start. It has a Japanese insert with it. And here's the obie. Now, the obie does has a tear. It presents very well because it's still attached to the cover, but it is ripped down here at the bottom. It's also a very weird color. It's like a lime neon green. It does have a little bit of discoloration on the back of the obie and the gatefold. That's just one I don't get too often with an obie. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. The vinyl's beautiful. The insert's great. Just a little bit of discoloration on the obie and the inside of the gatefold. CSNY. And look how the gold foiling on this from Japan, it really stands out. I mean, it's like really well made. And even the photo is a little bit higher quality. Everything's a little bit higher quality pressed over there in Japan. That paste-on photo has a little bit more clarity to it, and the gold foilings, and I've seen a lot of these jackets, hundreds of them. So Darren Davis is at $38 on Stevie Wonder. I did find Pink Floyd Animals I've been craving. I have not found that yet. Right now, we're in the middle of a $19.99 bin, and next is Genesis 3 Sides Live. Genesis is $19.99, 3 Sides Live. The B-52's Whammy is in shrink wrap. OG press with original inner sleeve, just $19.99. $19.99. The Eagles Desperado EX condition, very clean textured cover. That is $19.99. The Eagles Desperado. We also have Jimi Hendrix, the Essential Jimi Hendrix, Volume 2, now for just $19.99. The Essential Jimi Hendrix, Volume 2, $19.99. JJKL Troubadour. JJKL Troubadour has the original company inner sleeve, $19.99. Donnie Haney, first of the Eagles, Desperado. That's so to Donnie Haney. Henry's Choice is at $45 on Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. And the Best of John Prine is $19.99. The Best of John Prine. Final call on Stevie Wonder. Rudder Butter, let me know if you're out. Darren Davis has that for $38. And Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young's at $45. T-Rex, Light of Love in shrink wrap, $19.99. T-Rex is $19.99. and the band Stage Fright. This is EX condition, $19.99 on the band Stage Fright. Great titles in here for $19.99. Zolinol, a jazz record from Atlantic. This is actually a white label promo, now just $19.99. Now just $19.99. Mike Anderson gets T-Rex and Mark Fallon gets the band Stage Fright. Both are $19.99. And the Who's Quadrophenia. We had one of these last night. Here's another one. Very nice. Just $19.99. $19.99 on Quadrophenia. That should get grabbed quickly. And the Drifters Greatest Hits, a 66 mono press. It's very, very nice for a 66 Drifters record. Just $19.99. Let's sell Stevie Wonder to Darren Davis for $38, and Henry's Choice gets the Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young for $45. For $45. Next is going to be, what do we have in here? Let's see what we have in here. Here's another Saturday Night Fever, and a Beatles Please Please Me with no Obi. When I'm reading, looking, talking, and trying to flip through records, my brain just... I have, I guess, 4 cylinders. I think I can do 3 or 4 things at once, but when I start trying to do 5, the wires get crossed and stuff comes out of my mouth that just don't sound right. I have no problem speaking until I'm here on Facebook Live trying to multitask. Right, Tanner? Tanner said, sure. Okay, here's another Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. $45 start on this one. If you missed on the other one, here's the second and the last one for tonight. Once again, beautiful copy. There's LP number 1. There's LP number 2. Classic soundtrack. This one may even be nicer. Very nice. There's the Japanese insert. Beautiful cover. Obi kind of has a built-in hop sticker. Very nice. $45 start. Also, we have the Beatles, Please Please Me. This is an EMI Odeon press. Not a title we get too often. The Beatles, Please Please Me, especially from Japan. Beautiful vinyl. This is a $35 start. I should say only a $35 start. The vinyl's really, really nice. There's the LP. There's the Japanese booklet, which has also pictures. No Obi with the cover. Very nice, though. If you don't have a copy of that already, $35 and $45 on Saturday Night Fever. Let's continue with the $19.99 stuff. We have Bob Seger Night Moves, EX condition, $19.99 on Night Moves. EX condition, $19.99. And this officially starts $14.99. So the rest of these are going to be $14.99. So with that, let me recap these titles one more time. Everything in this bin is $19.99. Dire Straits, Paul Simon, Lou Reed, Alice Cooper, Bob Dylan, Boston, the Beach Boys sealed, Asia sealed, Genesis, B-52s shrink wrapped, Hendrix, J.J. Cale, John Prine, Zolinol, The Who, The Drifters, and Bob Seger. If we don't sell these tonight, I'm probably going to make a flip crate for the group to post, and these are going to get gone in there, so just FYI. Okay, now let's do $14.99 stuff. Denise is in on Saturday Night Fever at $45. The Boston was Don't Look Back. Boston Don't Look Back, VG Plus condition, $19.99. $14.99 here. $14.99. First, we got Gordon Lightfoot, Gord's Gold, the excellent 2LP compilation, VG Plus condition, $14.99. Joe also bid $45 on Saturday Night Fever. Denise was first, and Rick Haney wants JJ. J.J. Cale for $19.99, Tanner. That's sold to Rick Haney. That's still $19.99. $14.99, Elvis Gold Records Volume 3. That's EX condition, $14.99. EX condition, $14.99. Frank Zappa, Overnight Sensation, VG condition, now just $14.99. We have Status Quo Live, in shrink wrap, 2LP with the original inner sleeves. Wow, Vertigo, very, very nice Status Quo, $14.99. That's in shrink wrap too. The Beatles live at the Star Club, Hamburg, Germany, $14.99. The Pretenders, this is the Pretenders 2 in shrink wrap, just $14.99 for the Pretenders 2. John Cougar Mellencamp, JCM is $14.99. And Denise, you're out on Saturday Night Fever. Joe's back in at 46, and let's make the Beatles a buy it now for $35. Kind of surprising, but you can grab it now for $35 if you want it. $35 if you want it. This is the Beatles. Please, please me. This is a $35, and that's so to Craig Johnson. Also, we have Jetstream wants Night Moves. Night Moves was $19.99, Tanner. That's so to Jetstream for $19.99. Mark was second on the Beatles. The Pretenders has no condition notes. It's near mint with the original inner sleeve and shrink wrap, $14.99. Clint, as I've told a few people before, everything in here is kind of already discounted, so I can't discount it again. If these were $19.99, that means they were $25, $30, $35 originally. And if these were $14.99, that means they were $20, $25, or maybe even $30 on some of these. So I'm going to stick at these prices for right now. The Beach Boys Party, see, $14.99. That's half off. It's in shrink wrap. $14.99 for the Beach Boys Party. Gatefold, $14.99. Bryce Culver says he'll take the Pretenders for $14.99. I'm waiting to see if Denise is in or out on Saturday Night Fever. She has a very bad connection tonight, so I only see her comments like every few minutes. But we're going to do that as a final call. And Robert Plant, pitchers at 11. That's $14.99. Let me run another Japanese auction. We still got about what we started with last night. That's about how many we have tonight. I see this record a lot. I don't know a lot about it, but I know a lot of people have it in their collection, and a lot of people, I've even had some people ask for it. This is Helen Merrill. This is a Japanese pressing, Helen Merrill, and it's self-titled. It's on a blue Mercury label from Japan. We're going to start this at $25. Helen Merrill. The vinyl's very nice. You're very clean, very nice Japanese pressing. $25 start on Helen Merrill. There's the Japanese insert. I like that cover, though. I mean, I've seen that before, and I'm like, I got to listen to this. It must be good, because I see people asking for it all the time. I see people posting it like they're listening to it. Helen Merrill is a $25 start. That's a Japanese pressing up for bid. Denise is out on Saturday Night Fever, so let's sell that to Joe Maynard for $46. How much for Robert Plant? Robert Plant's $14.99. I think David Hoy is about to bid on Helen Merrill for $25. If so, David, just let me know. That's $25. Our next Japanese auction is Marilyn Monroe. Let's do another female vocalist. This is called Remember Marilyn. Marilyn Monroe. Let's see what this looks like. I've never seen this before. It's also from Japan. It's a gatefold. I got to be careful. There may be some nudity in here. Let's see. It opens like this, actually. There's a couple pictures. I'm actually kind of am looking for the... oh, yep, there's some nudity. I figured there'd be at least one shot. I figured there'd be something in there. Marilyn Monroe. That is a Japanese pressing, $25 start. There is the Japanese insert, $25 start on this. Very nice vinyl, 20th century label, Marilyn Monroe, $25 start on that. I was thinking probably the Playboy centerfold would be in there, but it's not. It was another shot, though. It's like a, well, I can't show it, but it's in there. $25 start on Marilyn Monroe. Kara says she'll take Robert Plant for $14.99. Helen Merrill is at $30 and $31. Warren Zevon in shrink wrap, $14.99. Bad Luck Streak and Dancing School. Bob Dylan Street Legal. Bob Dylan is $14.99 for Street Legal. We also have Superman, the movie soundtrack, $14.99 on Superman. Jethro Tull Live, 2LP Live Jethro Tull, $14.99. And Return to Forever featuring Chick Corea, Hymn of the Seventh Galaxy. That's $14.99. Also, The Mothers of Invention, live at the Fillmore East, 71 Pittman, VG Plus, $14.99. Rich Shockley is first to the Superman soundtrack at $14.99. Jack Hewitt, you were second. Jetstream first to Jethro Tull. Brian C. was second. Bob Panasniak, Bob Potato Sticks. The Drifters is a buy it now for $19.99. Half off, 66 mono, very clean. By the way, the high bidder on Helen Merrill is $32. David Hoy, you're out. Chris Kirkley, you're out. We're looking for a $25 start on Remember Marilyn. That's a gatefold Japanese pressing, no obi. Joseph Felicetti wants The Who. Let me figure out what that was. The Who record I have left in here is Quadrophenia, right? That's $19.99. And condition on Bob D. Bob Dylan, Donnie Haney. Bob Dylan is no condition notes on the vinyl, and it's about a VG or VG plus cover. David's at 33 on Helen Merrill, and Roger Ramjet wants the B-52s for $19.99. So Joseph Felicetti got the Who for $19.99. Roger Ramjet gets the B-52s for $19.99. Let me recap the $14.99 records. Everything from here back was $19.99. These are $14.99. These are $14.99. Bob Dylan is $14.99. Sell that to Donnie Haney. $14.99 on Dylan. Scott Drum says, I called the Who a while back. Let me make sure that's on my screen. You said which Boston? It may have not come through, which is not good, because if I can't see it, let's see, Scott Drum, let me figure out. We started the bin about right in here. It's not saying you didn't comment it, but it might have not came through. Let's see here. Scott, I see where you said which Boston. I'll take the Boston. And then I don't see it on here. I'll have Tanner look too, but I don't see where that came through.
Were all these 19?
Yeah, 19. Robert Plant was 14. Okay. No. They're all 14.
They're all 14?
Yeah, they're all 14. Yeah. Helen Merrill's at 32 with Michael Nath. Helen Merrill's at 34. We're at 34 on Helen Merrill. David Hoy, you're out. Chris Kirkley, you're out. Let's make Marilyn Monroe a buy it now. I do not have any Helmet albums. No, I back-ordered them all, but I do not have any. The Marilyn Monroe record is a $25 buy it now. That's sold to Ken Crooker for $25. David Hoy is at 35 on that. Gordon Lightfoot, here's what's left for $14.99. Gordon Lightfoot, Elvis Golden Records, Frank Zappa, Status Quo, The Beatles, John Cougar, The Beach Boys, Warren Zevon, Frank Zappa, and Chick Corea. Make sure you actually see me pull something. If you don't see me pull it after you've claimed it, then you might want to say something. Helen Merrill is at 36 with Chris Kirkley. We got 2 or 3 people still bidding on that. I've got another jazz record in here. This is Chair in the Sky, Mingus Dynasty. Joe Farrell, Charlie Hayden, John Handy, Jimmy Nepper, Jimmy Owens, Don Pullen, and Danny Richmond. This is also going to be up for bid. Chair in the Sky, Mingus Dynasty, $25 start on this. Chair in the Sky, Mingus Dynasty, $25 start. There's the vinyl, very nice Japanese pressing. There's the insert, and there's the cover. $25 start on that. Michael's out on Helen Merrill. Chris is at 36, and David Hoy's at 40. Our next crate is actually going to be, let me go grab it. It's in the back. $6.99. Our next crate, everything's going to be $6.99. So we've went 9, 19, 14, and now we're going back down even lower for $6.99. But I've got to go grab that crate, so let me go do that. I've got to step to the back for 1 second. The next 3 crates are all in the back, but they're not too far. They're just right down this ramp where I was pulling them out of bins earlier. So let me go get these $6.99 records. Alrighty, I'm back where you should be able to hear me. I think you're going to like these titles at $6.99. So what I do is I'll go through a bin in the back. I'll pull out stuff that is like high end that we need to show again or auction. And then I'll pull out stuff that is in the $19.99 range that maybe we should auction. Then $14.99 records, and then $9.99 records. And pretty much whatever's left in a bin, like after I sort 9, 14, and 19, whatever's left, I'll go through it maybe one more time, and then I make them $7 less a penny. So that's what these are, $6.99. We're going to run through these for $6.99. Also, I've lost, there for a second, I lost connection with one of our feeds, but we're back. All right, let's go ahead and sell the Helen Merrill for $40 to David Hoy. That's sold to David Hoy for $40. And if anybody wants Chair in the Sky, Mingus Dynasty, this is a $25 buy it now. Chair in the Sky, Mingus Dynasty. If anybody wants that, it looks like a very interesting jazz record. That's a $25 buy it now. I'm going to lay that right there. Before I get started on the crate, let me pull out 2 more auctions. I have the following. We have Eric Dolphy. I got another jazz, and I have a Louis Armstrong. Let me go ahead and do both of these. These are going to be $35 starts. Best of Louis Armstrong and Eric Dolphy. $25 and $30 starts on these, actually. How low can I go? I can go to $6.99. I go to $6.99 on some vintage pre-owned records. Other than that, we're done. So Eric Dolphy at the 5 spot. Booker Little, Mal Waldron, Richard Davis, and Eddie Blackwell. It's on Prestige. It's on the Prestige Fireworks label. It's a Japanese pressing. This is also a $25 start. Eric Dolphy. It's got some, is this translucent? Nope, not translucent. It does have some marks here. They're non-audible scuffs, but it does have some marks right there. I hope that's coming through where y'all can see it. Side 1 is beautiful, near mint minus and pristine, and side 2 has a few scuffs on it. That's why we're starting that at just $25. This is another Japanese record, jazz record. There's the insert, and there's the cover. That's a $25 start. Over here we have Louis Armstrong. This is the best of Louis Armstrong. This is a 2 LP. It's called Twin Deluxe. This has the Obi. Very nice compilation. This is a $35 start. $35 start for the best of Louis Armstrong. The vinyl on this is really, really nice. There's LP number 1. There's LP number 2. There's the cover with Obi. Has a little bit of discoloration in it. The best of Louis Armstrong. $35 start on that. Okay, everything in here is $6.99. Let's go through these right now. First time showing them. Mother Earth, Make Joyful Noise. Thank you, Jake. $6.99 on Mother Earth. Mike Ofield, Airborne. Mike Ofield is $6.99. Sergio Mendes, Confetti. Sergio Mendes is $6.99. Also, Crustacean Purple. Crustacean Purple, $6.99 on that. Everything in here is going to be $6.99. Dean Martin, Gentle on My Mind. Dean Martin is $6.99. That's on the Reprise 2-tone label. Dean Martin, $6.99. We got bids on both of our auctions. David is at $25 on Eric Dolphy, and Louis Armstrong is at $35. Those are final calls. Greg Kinn Band, Conspiracy, $6.99. Jetstream wants the Dean Martin. Tanner, this officially starts $6.99. Buddy Holly, Heartbeat, in shrink wrap, now just $6.99. Buddy Holly. Charlie Daniels, Saddle Tramp, VG Plus condition, $6.99. Craig Weatherford wants the Mike Ofield. That's sold to Craig Weatherford for $6.99. Graham Nash and David Crosby, $6.99. Christopher Morris wants the Buddy Holly, sold to Christopher Morris for $6.99. Jesus Christ Superstar soundtrack, VG Plus on the vinyl. It's a Pygmyville press. The booklet does have a little bit of water damage, $6.99 on that. This is Sinatra, VG Plus condition, Frank Sinatra, $6.99, an older pressing there. Let's go ahead and end these auctions. David Hoy gets Eric Dolphy for $25, and Scott Drums gets Louis Armstrong for $35. Jetstream gets Jesus, and he gets some Frank. Both sold to Jetstream for $6.99 and $6.99. Jesus and Frank. Scott Drum was second on Frank, and David Brailsford, you were third on Frank. Joni Mitchell, Mingus. Joni Mitchell, $6.99, and Ozark Mountain Daredevils is $6.99. Let me put up a couple new auctions. Here's what's left. War, Billy Squier, Moody Blues, The Beatles. I don't know if I want to sell that one. That's a Bond soundtrack. And Boston. So let me do 2 that I don't think I've ever had before. Well, I know I haven't had War. And let me figure out what version this Moody Blues is. It doesn't have an Obi, but it looks very nice. So first we have War. This is War Live. It's a 2 LP. War Live 2 LP. This is a $25 start. This is War Live. The vinyl is very nice. 2 LP Japanese pressing of War Live. It does have the Obi. Let's start this at $25. War Live. And I'll show you why I'm starting it at $25. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the vinyl. It's very clean. It has a Japanese insert. The Obi just has a couple rips, a couple little tattered edges. If this Obi was pristine, I would be saying $35. But I've never had nor seen this one before. War Live. I don't think I've had too many U.S. pressings either. So just a $25 start on that, and hopefully it goes up from there. And next is first Clint Howard wants the Joni Mitchell for $6.99. And now the Moody Blues, which unfortunately doesn't have the Obi. We've sold 2 others tonight with the Obi. But here's their classic album, Days of Future Past, as a Japanese pressing. Wow, beautiful vinyl too. $25 start on this. If you want a great listening experience, I highly recommend. That's a $25 start. It also has 2 booklets with it. It has it's almost like a pamphlet, which definitely doesn't come with the U.S. pressings. Has the lyrics. Awesome listen. $25 start. Days of Future Past. $25 start on that. Moody Blues. Okay, Henry's Choice is in on $25 on War. Moody Blues is a $25 start. The Beatles is Help. I Don't Have Yellow Submarine. And Charles Mingus. Nope, the only auction that has not sold tonight is the Best of Charles Mingus. It's a $35 buy it now. And we have one Steppenwolf 45. One Steppenwolf 45 for a $20 buy it now. That's the only 2 things that have not got bids out of the entire Japanese. Now, I've got 2 things over here that are partial to me, which is Live and Let Die. The reason I think I'm going to keep this is I've never seen one as a 2 LP. Yeah, it's Screen Music Action Special. I don't know if this is actually a Live and Let Die soundtrack. I can tell you I don't have this because I've never seen this before. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I don't recall ever seeing this. Let me see what else is on here. Thunderball. It's not Live and Let Die. It's a James Bond. It's actually a movie compilation. Yeah, there's The Godfather. There's some other films that I recognize, but I can't tell you the name. So, yeah, I might sell that tonight. What am I going to do with another James Bond soundtrack? I might sell it. That might be the last thing I put up. We'll see. I know I'm not going to sell this. I don't have that. A shrink wrap and hype sticker Godfather 45. Now that's pretty cool. I think it's a promo too. The Godfather main theme. That French horn. Sean says sold on Charles Mingus for $35. Sold on Charles Mingus for $35. Now, we have final call on these auctions, 25 and 25. Final call. Christopher says Godfather 45. Is that a bid or is that a wish? Herbie Mann live at the Whiskey A Go-Go. $6.99. Herbie Mann. Everything in here is $6.99. David, we've already got a bid on Moody Blues. Fred is at 25, but we're about to sell Henry's Choice War. Woody Allen, stand-up comic, $6.99. Jetstream wants Man. That's Herbie Mann. That's sold to Jetstream for $6.99. The original motion picture soundtrack to Bird, which was a film about Charlie Parker. That's in shrink wrap, $6.99. David's in on the Moody Blues at 26. Sylvia is $6.99. The Charlie Parker sides, Norman Grand's Jam Sessions. That is $6.99. Norman Grand's Jam Sessions. Carl Perkins on top, $6.99. Did Patty ever tell us what box set she was interested in? Patty, did you ever say which box set you was interested in? Cynthia Herdron gets the Bird for $6.99. Jetstream, you were second. Fred Cardinal, you were third. Fred, you're out on the Moody Blues record, by the way. Crosby and Nash live is $6.99. Let's sell Henry's Choice War for $25. That's sold to Henry's Choice. Our next auctions are going to be, I'll go ahead and run the Beatles. This is Help, I Need Somebody. This is going to be a $35 start. The Beatles Help. The vinyl's very nice. $35 start on the Beatles Help. This has the poster with it. Well, that was in a record earlier, wasn't it? I don't know which poster this album actually goes to, but that was in a different Beatles album earlier, so I don't know if that goes with that or not, but it does have a poster with it. There's a Japanese insert. There's the inner sleeve, and here is the cover with Obi. Now, I've never seen this before on a Japanese record. It's a cutout. I've never seen that, and there's a tear in the Obi there. $35 start on that. $35 start on Help. Moody Blues is at 27 with Fred Carnell. 27 on Fred Cornell. So, David, you're out. These are all $6.99. 1994, please stand by, $6.99. However, calling. However, a 1984 Holland, $6.99. However, calling. Interesting. David Osman's How Time Flies, a hi-fi sci-fi comedy, The Firesign Theater, $6.99. David's at 28 on the Moody Blues. He's at 35 on Help. The Firesign Theater, I think we're all bozos on the bus, $6.99. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Brand New Day, $6.99. The Godspell soundtrack, Godspell, original motion picture soundtrack, $6.99. Tell It to the Marines, sung by Oscar Brand, $6.99 on that. Chris B. Jack wants the Firesign Theater. Still bidding on the Moody Blues at $30. Let's go ahead and sell David Brailsford the Help record at $35. That's sold to David Brailsford for $35. Next is Jetstream on the Godspell soundtrack. That's sold to Jetstream for $6.99. Horselips, Dance Hall Sweethearts. Horselips, $6.99. Love Is All Around, the Trogs. That's on the original Blue Fontana label, $6.99. Brian C., you were second on Firesign Theater. No, actually, you were, there's another one in here. You want Bozos. That's sold to Brian C. Cynthia Herdren wants the Trogs. And the Moody Blues is at $31. We the People, Declaration of Independence. The Escorts from the Blue Angel, $6.99. And Phil and the Frantics. Rough Diamonds, The History of Garage Band Music, Volume 3. Phil and the Frantics, $6.99. Okay. We have Billy Squier, Signs of Life. Billy Squier, Signs of Life. This is a $25 start for Billy Squier. Signs of Life. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. Very, very nice. Near mint and pristine, Billy Squier. That is now up for bid. Let me put that in here. There's the insert and very nice cover of Obi. Billy Squier, Signs of Life, $25 start on that. Everything in here is $6.99, including Martha and the Muffins. Metro Music, Martha and the Muffins, $6.99. Buddy Knox, Party Doll and Other Hits, that's $6.99. Which Ofield did I get? I don't know. Can we see which Ofield that Craig Rutherford got? John Stevens wants Martha and the Muffins. These are all $6.99. That was in this bin. Yeah, $6.99 bin. The Fifth Dimension, Living Together, Growing Together. Fifth Dimension is $6.99. Flame, Queen of the Neighborhood. Craig, we are checking on that for you in just a second. $6.99 for Flame. Carlene Carter is $6.99. Christopher Morris wants BK for Buddy Knox. Airborne, Mike Oldfield, Airborne. And John K is $6.99. John K from Steppenwolf, My Sporting Life, $6.99. Fred Carnell's at 32 on the Moody Blues. And Billy Squier is a $25 start before I make it a buy it now. Andy Kim's Greatest Hits, $6.99 for Andy Kim's Greatest Hits. Jennifer Warren's is $6.99. Second Contribution, Sean Phillips, $6.99. Number One, Tokyo Number One Soul Set, $6.99. Chris Forsyth and the Solar Motel Band, $6.99. And Sean Phillips, Faces, that's also $6.99. Fred Carnell is at 32 on the Moody Blues. David's out, so that's a final call. First, I'm going to make Billy Squier a $25 buy now. Billy Squier is a $25 buy now. Wow, Signs of Life, pristine Japanese pressing for a $25 buy now. That's available. And final call, Moody Blues. I'm going to go ahead and introduce one of our last auctions, which is Boston Don't Look Back. Japanese pressing with Obi. Let's take a look at it. Boston Don't Look Back. This is going to be a $35 start. There's the vinyl. It is very, very nice. Has one little mark right here. Definitely non-audible. We didn't have any condition notes on it. There is no condition notes because that shouldn't affect playback, but it does have a mark there on it. $35 start. There is the inner sleeve. The inner sleeve on this one always has discoloration, like almost 9 out of 10, but does have some humidity spots. There's the cover with the Obi. Nice gatefold and pretty nice front and back cover as well. $35 start on Boston, Don't Look Back, Japanese pressing. Fred Carnell gets the Moody Blues for $32. And that leaves Billy Squire for a $25 buy it now if anybody wants that. I guess I'll go ahead and sell this Live and Let Die James Bond action themes soundtrack. I wasn't supposed to, but I guess I will. Y'all have kind of talked me into it. Actually, it's a James Bond compilation along with other films. So it's called Screen Music Action Special. Very cool cover, though. You get the James Bond Live and Let Die movie poster artwork. Gatefold. It has all the tracks along with some of the other songs that's on here. Let's see. Goldfinger, Thunderball, Shaft, Ben-Hur, The Godfather, From Russia with Love, Bridge on the River Kwai. So Dr. No, the James Bond theme. There's the James Bond theme song. And that's a $35 start. I'll sell that. It's actually 2 LPs. It has a little bit of a corner dink here. Let me see if I can fix that. That's much better. $35 start. It's 2 LPs of music. There's more shots of Roger Moore from Live and Let Die on the back. So this has to be around 1973 is when that film came out. So yeah, that's up for bid. And take this as a favor. I don't sell many things on vinyl that has a picture of James Bond on the front, even if he's an imposter Bond like the knockoffs. I got another Bond record over here I pulled out, but I think this is better than the other one I had. It's in shrink wrap, which y'all know I'm a sucker for. So, okay. Put this over here. Boston's at 36 and Bond's at 35. So if you're going to bid on either one of these, please either spell out Boston or Bond so I know which one you're bidding on. Here's what's left in the $6.99 records. Big Mouth is $6.99. Also Rick Ruskin, Microphone Fever. Tracy and the Plastics, Culture for Pigeon. And Split Milk, Lori Stivers. These are all $6.99. I'm just going to read the titles that's left in here. If you want a confirmation on price or condition, just please let me know. These are all $6.99, all right? I still got more auctions to go through. I mean, it's only 10:15 on Friday night. I hope you can stick with us a little bit longer. I'm going to go through some more on-sale vinyl, and I may go through a crate from... Next, I'll probably go through a crate from earlier tonight, and we'll do Buy It Now Best Offer, and then I've got some more $6.99 bins. So we'll try to go through that. Looking for Time Life records only. Well, buddy, I can hook you up. We've got those everywhere. We have Boston, $38, and Final Call on James Bond for $35. Everything in here is $6.99. Mother Earth, Make a Joyful Noise, Sergio Mendez, Confetti, Crustacean, Purple, Greg Kihn Band, Charlie Daniels Band, David Crosby and Graham Nash, Woody Allen, Ozark Mountain Daredevils, Sylvia, Norman Granz Jam Sessions, Carl Perkins, Crosby and Nash, 1994, However, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Horselips, Marines, We the People. We also have Phil and the Frantics, The Escorts, The Fifth Dimension, Carlene Carter, and Flame. Tawana Bennett wants the Crosby and Nash album. This still continues with $6.99. Final Call on the Bond album. Joe Willinger has that for $35. Boston's now at $40 with Rich Krulak. Rich has that for $40. Everything in here is $6.99. There's Flame. We have John Kay. Also Jennifer Warnes, Andy Kim, Sean Phillips, #1 Tokyo Set, Chris Forsyth, Sean Phillips, Big Mouth. Also Rick Ruskin, Tracy and the Plastics, and Split Milk. Rich is at $40 on Boston. Final Call. All right, that was our $6.99 bin. I'm going to set that right behind me, so if you decide you want anything else, let me know. We've already been through our $9.99 bin, our $14 and $19.99 bin. That was a $6.99 crate. How about we start some Buy It Now Best Offer before I do another selected discount crate. Let's do some Buy It Now Best Offer with the very first crate of vintage we showed tonight. The very first crate of vintage. I'm actually going to go through these and allow you to buy them now or make best offer. I'm just going to read that, especially if you missed the very first part of the show. And then I'll go do another $6.99 bin. So John Lang's out on Boston. How about we end some auctions then? Let's sell Joe Willinger, The Live and Let Die for $35. Let's sell Boston, Don't Look Back for $40 to Rich Krulak. And I'm going to remind you of the only 2 auctions that did not sell tonight. First, we're definitely going to sell Steppenwolf. I've been offering it for a $20 start. This is the only 45 that hadn't sold. I'm going to run it for a $1 start. Yes, you heard me correctly. $1 start on Steppenwolf. This is Suki Suki. This is the original from '67, by the way. EX on the vinyl, and the B-side is Take What You Need. Now, what forbid, it's going to go home to somebody tonight. This is the only 45 other than The Godfather that didn't sell. There's the original RCA Victor holding sleeve, and then there's the Japanese insert. So $1 start on Steppenwolf. I've been trying to get a $20 start on that for 3 hours, but now it's a $1 start. And I'm going to show you the only 2 records that did not sell, the only 2 albums, and these are going to be $25 buy it nows, or maybe a best offer, but it's got to be very, very close to 25 to let these go. One is Billy Squier, and it's pristine, and the other was a jazz album in Japanese vinyl, which we don't get too often. So this was a $25 buy it now. Chair in the Sky, Mingus Dynasty with Joe Farrell and Charlie Hayden, John Handy, $25, or an offer very, very close to that. I prefer for you just to buy it. But that's a $25 buy it now. I'd like to sell these tonight 100%. And there's Billy Squier, Signs of Life. That's a $25 buy it now. That's the only 3 records right there that did not sell tonight out of that whole flip video of Japanese vinyl. So these are going to be buy it now best offer. I may actually go through only the front part, which was check condition, and then I want to move into another $6.99 bin. First was the Eagles, one of these nights. These are buy it now best offer. VG Plus $24.99 for the Eagles, one of these nights. Crosby, Stills, Nash, VG copy, $14.99 for Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young so far, which is a hits comp, VG $14.99. Stephen Stills 2, VG plus $14.99. John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, Tough All Over, Shrink Wrap and Hype Sticker, EX Vinyl $19.99. These are buy it now best offer. Glenn Fry, Shrink Wrap and Hype Sticker. The vinyl is VG plus. The vinyl's VG plus, $19.99. There's the original inner sleeve. Jetstream said he'd give $9.99 for so far. Sell that to Jetstream for $9.99, Tanner. Brownsville Station, yeah. VG copy on that for $9.99. The Moody Blues, In Search of the Lost Chord, VG condition, $9.99 for Moody Blues, In Search of the Lost Chord. Cheeks Greatest Hits, featuring La Freak and maybe Freak Out. VG Plus, $12.99. VG Plus, $12.99. Jay Giles Band, live, full house. VG for $9.99. Kara offered $17 for the Eagles. Go ahead and sell that to Kara for $17. Genesis Trespass is still available. EX condition, $24.99. Also, the Steppenwolf 45 is at $8 with Henry's Choice. $8 with Henry's Choice. That is the Steppenwolf 45. $8 on that. Jefferson Starship Earth, that's VG plus $9.99. These are all buy it now best offer. Let me get some new auctions started from some U.S. stuff I had over here. First, we got Queen Jazz for just a $25 start. Queen Jazz, $25 start. Gatefold, very nice copy. No condition notes on the vinyl. It has the original inner sleeve. Queen Jazz is a $25 start. $25 start. Very nice. That's a USOG, $25 start. Jetstream said JG, $8. JG was Jay Giles. Sell this to Jetstream for $8, Tanner. Kelly Bagwell wants CSN for $10. That was this record here. Sell that to Kelly. B Smoker was second. And Thomas O'Brien, we have already sold Jay Giles. Looks like you just got beat out by a second and $1 by Jetstream. Oh Girl, Young Colt Unlimited, VG plus $16.99. Fred offered $19 for Genesis. Let's go ahead and sell this to Fred Carnell. That was Genesis Trespass. And final call on Steppenwolf for $8. And we're looking for a $25 start on Queen Jazz. Python Lee Jackson, In a Broken Dream, VG plus $14.99. Steppenwolf 7, that's a VG copy for $9.99. Steppenwolf At Your Birthday Party, EX condition, $17.99 for Steppenwolf At Your Birthday Party. And Tommy, the movie, original soundtrack recording, Eric Clapton, Roger Daltrey, John Entwistle, Elton John, Keith Moon, Jack Nicholson, Oliver Reed, Pete Townsend, Tina Turner, and of course The Who, EX $27.99. Brian Young, 5 on Young Colt. Brian, this is VG plus $16.99. I may have you resubmit an offer. Crosby and Nash live, that's VG plus $14.99. The Rolling Stones Hot Rocks, VG condition, $19.99. The Rolling Stones Hot Rocks. Let's sell John Lill Tommy for $22. And let's sell James Brown at the Garden for hopefully to somebody. It's a 67 maroon label, VG vinyl in shrink wrap, $14.99. He said 12 on Young Colt. That is, I guess, a little bit better. Sell that to Brian C. for $12. Also, let's sell the Steppenwolf 45 for $8 to Henry's Choice. And if anybody wants Queen, it's a $25 buy it now. Queen Jazz is a $25 buy it now. Queen Jazz is a $25 buy it now. Stephen, first we got Hot Rocks for $14.99. We're going to sell this to Chris Ferrara. And before that, Stephen Young. Let's go ahead and tag Stephen Young, Jackson Brown for 12. Fred Carnell says he'll take Queen for 25. John, somebody was already before you on this, but we check all of these now, I promise you. If we grab one, John and Paul check the dead wax. We are in search. But I'm going to read it to you just for curiosity. But I promise you, we're not going to let one of those slip by any longer. Side 4 dead wax is XZAL 11018 GL-AL 12-3-71 sterling. And that is sold to Chris Farrar for $14.99. We check all those. We're checking all the John Young stuff now before we put it out. Volunteer Jam 3 and 4. That is a white label promo, $34.99. 2LP white label promo, $34.99 on that. So Queen was sold to Fred Carnell for $25. We have the Grateful Dead and we have Dire Straits self-titled. The Grateful Dead is actually in shrink wrap. The best of Grateful Dead skeletons from the closet. This is a Grateful Dead hits comp. Very nice. The vinyl's EX. It's a later label. It's a white Warner Brothers label. It does have the Dead logo on it. It's in shrink wrap, $25 start. That's the best of the Grateful Dead. Skeletons from the closet. Very cool cover. And here's Dire Straits. This is their self-titled first album. Self-titled first album, Dire Straits. It has the original inner sleeve with it. Very nice vinyl. $25 start. $25 start for Dire Straits. This is an extremely nice copy. Self-titled Sultans of Swing. $25 start on those auctions. Everything in here is buy it now best offer. We have Every Time I Feel the Spirit. That's Nat King Cole. $9.99. Also, Stephen Forbert. Jack Rabbit Slim. Stephen Forbert is $9.99. Dion. Sweet for Late Summer. Dion is $14.99. And Melanie. Stone Ground Words. Melanie is $12.99. I think I went through all the check condition stuff. Yeah, I've been through all the check condition stuff, so let me stop there. I just wanted to recap the check condition stuff tonight because it was great titles. Let me go grab one of our $6.99 bins that I have made in the back. So let me go grab that right quick in the back. The rest of that crate was new arrivals, non-check condition stuff. But I feel like we've already went through those twice now, technically 3 times sometimes. So let me go grab some new stuff, which is going to be a discount bin of $6.99 records. I'll be right back. Cool. It's cold up here, Tanner. I think we could kill the air and be all right. It's starting to turn fall on us. Everything in this crate is $6.99. The feed's awfully quiet. No bids on the auctions. Some people are probably wanting them, but they don't want to bid, so they're not outbid, and then they have to bid again, and then bid again, and then pay more. But that also means you can miss out on it. Right, Tanner? If you don't bid, you might not get it. Turn the AC off for a second. So everything in here is $6.99. We're going to go through this. And let's see what we've got in here for $6.99. Okay, everything in here is $6.99. Maybe one of our last crates of the night. 1, Chad's getting hungry. 2, Chad's got to get ready for our sale tomorrow. 3, John's not going to be here. So if we're going to have any new arrivals tomorrow, then I've got to price them. Or I've got to get other stuff ready, like more on-sale records. So let's probably make this the last crate of the night. So take advantage. $6.99. Bruce Coburn. Further Adventures of Bruce Coburn. $6.99. Also, Lord of the Highway, Joe Eli. That is $6.99. Lord of the Highway, Joe Eli. John Denver Spirit. That's in shrink wrap for $6.99. J. Giles Bloodshot. VG $6.99. I'll take the mamas and papas from the last bin. for $8.99. Well, one, I don't like that price, $8.99. I don't do any $8.99ers. And I don't also know where there is a Mamas and Papas record. I don't think there was a Mamas and Papas record. Let's see. You may be seeing things. I didn't go through a Mamas and Papas record there, so maybe a little bit more specific. Jetstream gets Jay Giles. Lionel Richie, $6.99 for Lionel Richie. George Jones, With Love in shrink wrap. George Jones, $6.99. Also, the songs of Christofferson. Chris Christofferson is $6.99. Chris Jack wants the Bruce Coburn for $6.99, and Leslie Holt wants LR, which is Lionel Richie. Those are both sold, $6.99. Three Dog Night, naturally. Three Dog Night is a VG copy for $6.99. Jetstream wants Chris Christofferson. We also have Ambergris. Ambergris. This is $6.99. The one with the big rooster on the front. The Association, self-titled, gatefold, $6.99. Jetstream also wants Three Dog Night. Pure Prairie League, Just Fly. Pure Prairie League is $6.99. And Randy Newman, Good Old Boys. Randy Newman is now just $6.99. Let's make these auctions a buy it now. The Grateful Dead, Best of the Grateful Dead, is a $25 buy it now. That's in shrink wrap, later label, but very clean copy. EX vinyl, and Dire Straits is near mint minus on the vinyl. Very, very nice. That is a $25 buy it now on that. Kara gets the Grateful Dead for a $25 buy it now, and I'm thinking somebody might get the Dire Straits. For $6.99, we have Frank Sinatra sings Only the Lonely, $6.99 on Sinatra. Ohio Players Gold. The Ohio Players is a VG copy for $6.99. Bonnie Tyler, Notes from America. Bonnie Tyler, $6.99. Donovan, the Pie History of British Pop Music, Donovan compilation, $6.99. Kara also wants Dire Straits for $25. David Brailsford takes the Frank Sinatra for $6.99. Everything in here is $6.99, including Mickey Newberry, I Came to Hear the Music, $6.99. Jackie Reynolds wants the Ohio Players, and John Stevens wants the Donovan. Those are all $6.99. The Doobie Brothers, Living on the Fault Line, $6.99. Greg Kihn Band continued. Greg Kihn Band continued. Three Dog Night, Golden Biscuits. That's VG Plus, also $6.99. Chris Jack wants RN. RN, that was Randy Newman probably, right? That's sold to Chris B. It's Hard, The Who. VG on the vinyl, $6.99 on The Who. You're Never Alone with a Schizophreniac. That's Ian Hunter. VG Plus on that one. Spirit Feedback is a VG copy. Rock Pile, Seconds of Pleasure. That's now just $6.99, no condition notes. Home of the Brave, a film by Laurie Anderson. Also no condition notes on that. It does have a braille strip on it, but that is $6.99. Jetstream wants The Who, and John Stevens wants Rock. That's Rock Pile. Let me introduce two new auctions, especially so Tanner can get those caught up right quick. We have a very, very nice copy of the Eagles Hotel California. This has no condition notes. It's a gatefold. It has the original inner sleeve, and this is going to be a $25 start. Very clean copy of the Eagles Hotel California. There's the inner sleeve. Very nice glossy jacket. $25 start. Also, which I don't think started one of these as low as this, but I'm going to. This is Sade Diamond Life. It is a gatefold, and probably the reason is the cover does have some noticeable wear, so it's more on the VG side. Usually these things are just pristine, but the vinyl is very nice, and this is Sade. And look, she even helped me out. I used to say Sade, and then, of course, I was immediately corrected. Sade. Now, how she got Sade to Sade, that's purely made up. Purely made up. But Diamond Life is up for bid, also a $25 start. That's like half of retail for normally what we've let those go for before. Preston Rose wants Laurie Anderson for $6.99 and Jetstream's at $25 on the Eagles. Pat Paulson live at the Ice House. Pat Paulson is $6.99. Pat Paulson. Also Henry Gross release. $6.99 for Henry Gross. Gary U.S. Bonds, the best of. $6.99 on Gary U.S. Bonds. The Spinners, Grand Slam. The Spinners is $6.99. The Supremes, live at the Copa, $6.99. Bonnie Tyler, Faster Than the Speed of Night. Faster Than the Speed of Night. And someone asked the other night, does it have Total Eclipse of the Heart? And this one does, which is one of her hits. Bonnie Tyler, $6.99. Jetstream has the Eagles for 25, final call. Sherry Darnell wants 3 Dog Night biscuits, golden biscuits. That's so to Sherry Darnell for $6.99, Tanner. Also, Richard Torrance is $6.99 on Richard Torrance. Jackie Reynolds takes the spinners. That's so to Jackie Reynolds. Joni Mitchell, Dog Eat Dog. No condition notes. No condition notes. $6.99 on Joni Mitchell. Blows Against the Empire, Jefferson Starship, $6.99. BT Condition, Bonnie Tyler. Near Mint, no condition notes. Hums of the Lovin' Spoonful, $6.99 on Hums of the Lovin' Spoonful. Very clean vinyl on that, original label. Let's sell Jetstream the Eagles for $25. And if anybody wants Charday, Charday is a $25 buy it now. Very great deal on that. $25 start or $25 buy it now on Diamond Life. Fred Carnell does want the Bonnie Tyler for $6.99, and David Brailsford wants the Joni Mitchell, $6.99 and $6.99. Those are gone. James Taylor, Dad Loves His Work, $6.99. VG Plus condition on that one. VG Plus condition. I'm going to put Sade right over here. $6.99. We also have the Association Birthday, VG Plus condition, $6.99. The Dave Brubeck Quartet, The Last Time We Saw Paris, VG Plus, $6.99. And we have, ever have a Fabulous Thunderbirds album, Chad? We have them, I think we've had 2 tonight. We've had 2 of them tonight. We have those every night. Hums of Lovin' Spoonful is in, let's check the label. I don't know, are you sure they made this in mono? I'm assuming stereo because I see no mention of mono. The catalog number is KLP 8054. KLP 8054 on Hums of Lovin' Spoonful. I have a mono copy. Wow. I've never seen mono Lovin' Spoonful on this album, at least. Next is Jetstream gets Dave Brubeck, and David Brailsford wants the Supremes. Is that still in here? It is. That's so did David Brailsford. So Dave got Jet, and David got Supremes. Spanky and Our Gang, I'd Like to Get to Know You. I'd Like to Get to Know You. That's one of their hits. With the poster. With the poster, $6.99. I think stereo or KLPS. Interesting. KLP is mono. Probably so. S probably meaning stereo. Okay, mono 11. So this is definitely in mono then. $6.99. Ozark Mountain Daredevils from Earth, or actually Men from Earth, $6.99. David Knopfler, Lips Against the Steel. That's $6.99. David Knopfler. And Don Ellis, Tears of Joy. Big discount on that. Now at $6.99. I don't think I have any more. I think we've sold every auction, and there's only a few things that have not sold, which I can do one more recap and try to get somebody to make some offers. If not, I think we have literally sold all of our auction standard. We've sold a crate and a half of Japanese stuff. I pulled out 10 or 12 US OGs, maybe 15 or 20. Those are all gone. David Brailsford wants Love. I think he may want the Lovin' Spoonful if, Chris, you don't want it. So, yeah, the only 3 things that did not sell tonight are all $25 buy it nows. That's Sade Diamond Life, Billy Squire Signs of Life, and the 2 Japanese here, which is Billy Squire, that's a Japanese press, and the Mingus Dynasty Chair in the Sky. I will entertain offers on those 2, and Sade is definitely $25 buy it now. But, yeah, that's all I guess that's left there for $6.99. So let me read the last couple titles in this bin. Richie Haven's Alarm Clock is $6.99. The Lovin' Spoonful, Everything Playing. This is KLPS, so that's probably stereo. And Francis Albert Sinatra and Antonio Carlos Jobim. Sinatra and Jobim, VG Plus in shrink wrap, $6.99. So David does get the Lovin' Spoonful. Let me read through the titles that's left in here one more time for $6.99. Here's what's left for $6.99. First, Jetstream gets Frank Sinatra. Chris, you were second. Y'all would probably be interested in our Frank Sinatra bin. We have a whole bin of Frank Sinatra records in the back that y'all probably would be interested in. Chris Farrar was second. Here's what's left in here. They're all $6.99. Lovin' Spoonful, Richie Havens, Don Ellis, David Knopfler, Ozark Mountain Daredevil, Spanky and Our Gang. The Association, James Taylor, Jefferson Starship, Richard Torrance, Gary U.S. Bonds, Henry Gross, Pat Paulson, Spirit, Ian Hunter, Greg Ken, Doobie Brothers, Mickey Newberry, Bonnie Tyler, Pure Prairie League, The Association, Amber Grist, George Jones, John Denver, and Joe Eli. Those are all $6.99. One bin of new vinyl. Yeah, I was going to go through at least our new vinyl one more time because I do see a few people that wasn't on earlier tonight. just to remind you of some of the great new vinyl titles that have come in. So yeah, let me grab that. But that was all $6.99. I think I got one more $6.99 bin in the bag, but we can do that tomorrow because I'll definitely be adding to it. Because like I said, I don't know if John... I don't think John's going to be here tomorrow. I need to text him because we didn't plan on having like a sidewalk sale. We didn't have a sidewalk sale plan because we're low staffed. Paul's in Pennsylvania, and Tanner can't be here. So we're kind of having a sale inside the store. I'm going to have some tables up front here. It's going to look a little bit different. I hope there's enough room. Some of the new vinyl may be stored in the back up front here. So we can put records on this table. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of $1 records up here. So here's what's left. New vinyl. We have The Cure. This is A Night Like This, live, 1985 unofficial. That was $29.99. Depeche Mode, Some Great Reward, $31.99. Sublime was $39.99. Pussifer, Conditions of My Parole, that was also $39.99. And Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, music by Danny Elfman, $34.99. Primus Pork Soda, $39.99. Michael Jackson Bad is still available for $28. Rodriguez is $36.99. Whiskey Myers Mud is $28.99. Hootie and the Blowfish, Cracked Rear View, $29.99. Metallica is $21.99. Pink, Misunderstood, $34.99. Cody Jinks, last copy of the Adobe Sessions. First time I've had this one, $33.99. Alexandra says Nightmare. Yes, if you're wanting to buy that, just say Nightmare Before Christmas sold or Nightmare sold. And have we sold to Alexandria before? I think I recognize that name. Okay, pre-order, sir. Alexandra, that's sold to you. Thank you. We also have Ryan Adams, Heartbreaker, Deluxe Edition, $49.99. Bow Wow Wow, I Want Candy. That is limited to 1,000 on pink vinyl, $39.99. The Cramps, Flame Job, $39.99. Chris Robinson, Brotherhood, Betty's Blend Volume 4, $96.99. Great. So welcome back. And yes, if you ever see anything you want, you just have to comment the title, and I will sell it to you. So that's sold to you, and thank you. We'll send you an invoice for that on Monday. Anything else you buy tonight in the last few minutes, or if you buy anything tomorrow, $7 shipping, and we'll invoice you on Monday. Cody Jinks is sold to Sherry Darnell. We also have Super Blues Band, $29.99. Yes, The Ladder, $39.99. Deep Purple, Slaves and Masters, $39.99. This is the Delmark Record Company Blues Anthology. Lots of great blues artists on that. It's a compilation for $28.99. And Suicidal Tendencies. We have Still Psycho After All These Years, Join the Army, and The Art of Rebellion. So 3 Suicidal Tendencies in stock. Brent Robley wants the Ryan Adams box. That's sold to Brent Robley. Also, Joshua wants Suicidal Tendencies. Let me know if you want Still Psycho, Join the Army, or Art of Rebellion. By the way, Josh, you was on a waiting list for Suicidal Tendencies. Sean Fairweather, you was on a waiting list for Hootie. Lillian McCurry, your Whiskey Myers Mud came in. James Bragg and Chris Kirkley on the Cure waiting list. Def Leppard Mirror Ball, which we've sold out of again. We also sold out of Iced Tea again. I've got to reorder stuff even again. Josh, there's your Art of Rebellion. That's sold to Josh. And we have Testament, $39.99. The Big Chill soundtrack, $26.99. I Heard It Through the Grapevine, Marvin Gaye, My Girl, The Temptations, Good Lovin', The Rascals, Tracks of My Tears, Smokey Robinson, Joy to the World, Three Dog Night, Temptations, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, Aretha Franklin, I Second That Emotion, Smokey Robinson, Whiter Shade of Pale, Procol Harum, and The Exciters Tell Him. Clear Vinyl, classic soundtrack there, and Train, featuring the hit song Drops of Jupiter, limited to 2,000 on red and black marbled vinyl, $39.99. Well, we took another den out of the new vinyl. We've sold almost 3 bins of new vinyl tonight, including pre-sales. So great new vinyl stuff coming in this week, and lots of pre-orders post. The last thing I will show you is an announcement about our group. Make sure you see everything in there. There's a pre-order. So if you go to Whole Lot of Records, pull down the stream, refresh it, and then go right here, and you can see all of our pre-orders. There's some great stuff. Some stuff never before on vinyl, like Matchbox 20. That's never been released on vinyl. Some Talking Heads albums. It's been a long time since Naked's been repressed. That's on purple vinyl. We got the new Cake. Bad Company. Long time since that's been pressed. A new Yes compilation. I look forward to that. Talking Heads, A Bad Company, New Grateful Dead, Talking Heads. These are all on colored vinyl too. Talking Heads is on red vinyl. Buffalo Springfields in mono and clear vinyl, and Fleetwood Mac. So, John, I couldn't find a Mamas and Papas. You said the last bin, and I don't know which one that was, but I'll look for it, and I don't think one, and plus I said I didn't like that offer, because I think if there was a Mamas and Papas album tonight, we had marked for $19.99. So Ken Crooker wants a pack of outer sleeves and 50 inner sleeves, both vinyl style brand. Ken, you've got it. John, I will try to find which one you're talking about, but if I can't, then maybe you can give me a little bit more details. Other than that, we'll be back in less than 24 hours. We'll be back in less than 24 hours at 7 o'clock again. Is there a difference between colored and black vinyl? Not really, especially the clear vinyl. Clear vinyl is actually really high quality. I've listened to some really high quality stuff, but your true audiophile people will actually want translucent vinyl. Translucent brown vinyl is pure virgin, and it's the highest quality. But colored vinyl, very different. Now, glow-in-the-dark vinyl is bad. They say glow-in-the-dark vinyl because of the chemicals they have to put in it is bad. So, did you put the suicidal tendency on my invoice too? This one that you was on a waiting list on, yes. If you're on a waiting list, it automatically goes on your next invoice. It was as if you can believe your eyes and ears. Okay, I will be looking for that. Any Love and Rockets on your rack? I think so. Love and Rockets. Let me see here. We have Huey Lewis and the News, Carole King, Kings of Leon, King's X, Korn, Kraftwerk, Liz Farr. Love and Rockets, Earth, Sun, and Moon. Love and Rockets, Earth, Sun, and Moon is $33.99. Love and Rockets Express is $33.99. And Love and Rockets Seventh Dream is $33.99. Also have Lyle Lovett and Low. Got any comments, Tanner? Do you have any other Ryan Adams? I don't. That was a surprise, Brent. I will check, though. I might can, and I've now realized when I ordered that, I was worried about the price, but then I realized as a box set, it's not a bad price at all at $49.99. That's actually below list. But also, some of the other ones, I was like, well, I don't know if somebody wants to pay $59.99 for this or not, but I feel like people definitely will because his stuff's so hard to get. So, yeah, I think I'm going to head to Whataburger. I think I'm going to head over to Whataburger. Maybe even Tanner will join me, and then we're going to get to work. Tanner might be heading to bed. He may be staying up all night like me. I don't know. Okay, thanks, everybody, and good night. If I miss anything, can you check what other titles available for you and to you for Land R? I will do that. Land R. Do you have the Marcus King Band Carolina Confessions on colored vinyl? I do not, but I will write that down too. Marcus King Band, because I haven't had his stuff in a while. Marcus King Band. I will check on that for Love and Rockets. Okay. Yeah, there's one title that has a little bit more popular album. I think we ran out of. I meant to reorder, and I didn't. Okay. Thanks, everybody. No other claims, no other statements, and we're done for the night. We'll be back at 7 o'clock tomorrow to do this.